Mic check. And I mic check. Or is it that I might check? Mic check. It's a little loud. And I mic check. Let's turn it down a little bit. Or is it that I might check? All right, yo, yo, yo. How's the volume doing? Check, check, check. Testing 1, 2, 3. Mic check. It's a little loud. And I mic check. Let's turn it down a little bit. Or is it that I might check? All right, yo, yo, yo. How's the volume doing? Check, check, check. Testing 1, 2, 3. All right, that's not that bad. Okay. So vi a vidin Boruto. Yo, stop connecting to my goddamn phone, you stupid thing. Yo ho 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 ho. Yo ho ho ho. Yo ho ho ho. Alright. So yeah. We're just gonna be reading Boruto, watching some videos later. So yeah, let's get it. Let's get to it. So yes. Last I left off on, Momoshiki was fighting Boruto Sasuke, and so we see Naruto has to use his full Kurama avatar, right? Naruto is strong enough to stop or hold back the attack, or what it appears to be, he's holding back the attack. And he's about to fire his own Bijudama at it. But then Naruto realizes he probably shouldn't do that. So he stops firing the Bijudama. Why didn't Dad blast the attack? Naruto could easily obliterate that thing if he wanted to, along with this whole area, that is. So like that statement, even in itself, it's like, sure, he could blow it up, but it would blow up everything. It doesn't really tell us. It's kind of cold in here. Hold on. Okay. Now, I could easily build that thing if you wanted to, along with this whole area. You're planning on using your own body as a shield and absorb all the damage yourself. What foolish, stupid idea, appropriate for the inferior creature that you are. So he blocks the attack. Boruto wakes up in the hospital. Everyone's being transported here. Lord 7th protected us all. Mom, Hinata's getting killed from what? I have no idea. Last we saw Hinata, she was running away. So not sure what she got healed from or why she's being killed. But that's weird. What's good, Tay? How you doing, bro? What's up, what's up, what's up? I'm just going through the Boruto manga and just like, cause I'm doing my I'm trying to do Mayuri versus Damon and Ada, but there's a huge problem with the Boruto scaling, and the issue with the Boruto scaling is that there are no feats in Boruto. Nothing happens from Nothing happens new, at least. Hold up. Morning, you up? Can you swing by and grab the truck keys from you? Yeah. Yeah. So nothing, no feats happen in Boruto is essentially what the problem is. The last, and I'm talking to some Boruto scalers now, and they're all kind of confirming the last things that happen take place in between Naruto and Naruto the last movie. There's nothing new in Boruto, and the issue with that is we can't really quantify or qualify how strong these people actually are because nothing new is happening in the series. All we know is that X person is stronger than the last person. We don't know by how much. We don't have a feat. We don't have any gauge. We just know that they're stronger. So that's what I'm struggling with, and I'm going through this series to make sure I'm not missing anything. Like for example, well, not even for example, but like something like Naruto stopping this attack with his Kurama avatar, right? So he stops the, you'll see. Da-na-na-na, yo ho ho ho, yo ho ho, yo ho ho ho. So yeah, we see the result of that attack. I don't need to calc this feat to tell you guys that this isn't beating Biju Damas that we've seen before. Now you might argue, oh well, Naruto, like, he took the brunt of the attack. I mean, still, this isn't more impressive. This isn't more impressive than some things we've seen OG Shippuden people do. This right here. But then again, this was what Momo absorbed from Boruto, so it's like, you know, it's not supposed to be the pinnacle of power. I'm saying like this, this ain't nothing. Okay. So he's absorbing, yada yada yada. Damn it. He runs, he falls, he trips over himself. Got the scientific ninja tool. Nothing's really happening. They say Grandpa was the Hokage too, but didn't you tell me that when Dad was a kid, Grandpa wasn't alive anymore? Which means he grew up not knowing how fun it's supposed to be to spend time as a family, right? Why does my dad have to be Hokage? Right. All he does is sit at his desk and act important. Anyone can do that. He finds Naruto's dusty ass uniform. Hey, what's good, Karibo? How you doing, Karibo? Yeah, bro. I'm just rereading. This is, you know, totally important to our conversation that we had, Karibo. I'm just going through Boruto to look for feats. I'm going to Boruto to look for anything because, you know, quantifying and then even qualifying how strong these people are in comparison to the OG Naruto cast is very weird, right? Everyone kind of just upscales, but with like nothing backing it except that, oh, he's stronger because he's stated to be and because he outperforms X person. That's cool, and I don't have a problem with that. Yeah, hold on. Coming.
Sorry, buddy. I interrupted you. Dude, you got an inside rope?
Yeah, I thought you had one too at first, but I was like, oh no, he's not even inside.
You need it? You have
I'll probably just around like 4 o'clock. I get it yesterday.
All right, brother.
Gotcha, bro. Yes, sir. Yo ho ho, yo ho ho ho. Alright. So yes. Oh no, don't connect to the fucking. Oh my god, this damn thing, man. Alright. Cool. And so this fucking thing, bro. So I gotta be able to see the fucking comments. Alright, I'm back. And so while we're doing this, guys, I'm going to show you a conversation I'm having and show you the craziness of some of these people. Not Karibo, though. Karibo is normally good. So while we're reading this, we're just going to go ahead and go through a conversation I'm having because I'm genuinely curious about some of this stuff, right? So, in preparation for my Damon versus Mayuri video, I need to find out how strong Damon is. We're going to do this live. I'm going to be probably talking to this nigga Davs all day. So I say I need a Boruto scaler to answer how strong Damon is, right? His answer is unquantifiably stronger than Jigen in code. That's it. Now, initially, I do agree with this answer. He is unquantifiably stronger. But then that would also beg the question of how strong those people are. But I say, I get that, but that doesn't really help me either. What are Jigen's best feats? He tells me there are no new feats in Boruto. Jigen and Momoshiki just upscale from Kaguya. So solar. Okay, cool. I tell him I don't buy the solar stuff. So everyone is just X amount stronger than Kaguya. He says there's no valid rebuttal, but yeah. I'm like, okay, I'll bite. How do you scale her to solar? Then I ask, excluding Kaguya, what's the last best feat from the franchise? Because mind you, I get that Damon's stronger, but I need to understand. I need like a bare minimum of how much stronger he is than X people. I need something tangible, right? So, yeah, I say, how do you scale her to solar? He says, Amenanonika. Amenamanaka. Amenamanika. I like Amenamanika. Amenamanika. Whatever. He says that technique. Then he says, Hagoromo and Hamura, Chibaku Tensei feats is Dwarf Star level. Don't know where he's getting his stuff from. He says, Naruto and Sasuke, Chibaku Tensei, and Toneri moving the moon are both large planetary. Alright, hold up. So Kuribo says, Hokage Naruto with the Kurama avatar completely contains a Biju bomb so that it doesn't even hurt Boruto or Sada, who are standing right next to him. That feat doesn't get enough credit. Okay, yeah. So, well, I mean, it's not a Biju bomb, number one. Hold up. And let's make sure we're not making a mistake, right? And let's even go back and get this in order, right? So he gets found out for being a cheater, yada yada yada. He's going to scold him later. Kinshiki comes. Kinshiki's opening attack fragments the ground, pushes everyone back. Pushes Boruto, cracks the whole stand. Now I think this is a okay display for like a first introduction for Kinshiki. Like we saw him fight Sasuke, sure, but this is a good first introduction, right? He cracks the entire stand, the entire ground beneath him. Hey, who the heck is he? Kankuro, yada yada. And so he destabilizes the entire structure. The pillars start to fall, all this other stuff. Sakura does a punch upward. At the same time, Tamari does a fan slice. That saves everyone. Cool. Gaara also helps, right? So Momo comes up behind Naruto. Naruto notices Momo. Momo bops Naruto in the face. Pretty fastly, too. That's Naruto's trail of what he just, that's him. Right? So we see Sasuke save Sarada. Master Sasuke, thank goodness. We see Kinshiki, but we see Sasuke notice Kinshiki as well. Sasuke's able to dodge Kinshiki. Remarks about his horn, witty banter. Then we have this idiot Boruto shooting a fireball from the illegal thing. We see Momo absorb it. Boruto acknowledges that he absorbed it, but what does the genius son of the Hokage do? He keeps shooting more attacks. Now, we don't know the level of this ninjutsu, which would factor into the overall potency. We don't know, like, the baseline level for scientific ninja tools and shit like that, right? But Momo absorbs it all. Then Naruto comes, yada yada. He tries to kick Momo, he can't kick him. He saves Boruto, right? Cool. Now, we gotta talk about this too, because I'm hearing a lot of bullshit about like Shikamaru is on X amount person's level because he can restrain it with Shadow Possession Jutsu. This is incorrect, and the Shadow Possession Jutsu has been retconned in many ways in Boruto. And this is one of them. Being able to hold them down, but not being anywhere near their power, does not make Shikamaru as strong as them or close to their level in any way, shape, or form. And we even see during the Chunin exam, when Boruto is fighting against Shikadai, Boruto can use his ninja tools, but he's supposed to be paralyzed. He's supposed to be mimicking all of Shikadai's movements, yet he's able to use his ninja tool. Doesn't make any sense at all. So, Shadow Paralysis Jutsu. It stops Kinshiki and it stops Momoshiki, right? Both of these guys outclass Shikamaru. Him being able to stop them doesn't mean he scales to them. And I'm telling you guys this, the fucking Shadow Possession Jutsu has been retconned. Because now the fact that he struggled to stop someone like Tayuya in her second state, but these guys massively outscale him. Shikamaru has no feats, by the way. They massively outscale him, and he's able to stop them to the point that Momo has to absorb the jutsu. Right? He has to absorb it. Now, let's get into what Kuribo's talking about. So, yada, yada, yada. So, firstly, we get this information about the pills, right? They plan on making pills from the chakra fruit, something like medicine, that can apparently increase power and extend life. Cool. Oh, so you even know about the pills, right? What a surprise. So when something like this, when Sasuke says a direct thing like this, and then Momo hears it and doesn't contradict him, we can take that as a fact, right? So the pills do apparently increase power and extend life. We can take that as a full fact. Then he says, well, then you understand how remarkable these are. With these pills, one can instantly, effortlessly, and easily acquire true power. Now, that's completely subjective what true power means, right? But, that's what he's saying. You mean you're cowards who rely on doping. That ain't true power at all. And it's funny Naruto says doping because he's one to talk. All he does is take in Nine-Tails chakra. But hey. Kribo says there's a few different shadow techniques. Shadow possession and shadow paralysis are different. See, with that though, we can look at almost any instance that shadow possession is being used. Show me a time when someone was able to do something that the user didn't want them to do when using shadow possession. And it wasn't through overpowering, right? Because if we look at all the instances of shadow possession, and let's start with Shikamaru saving Choji, where he made him he saved Naruto or Choji, I can't remember, when they were stepping over the wire. He mimicked his movements, right? When he pulled Choji by his collar, he mimicked his movements. Choji did the same thing. When he used it on that girl in the tuning exams to make her hit her head, mimicked his movements. When he used it on Tamari, mimicked his movements. When he used it on all those tuning to Jonin sound ninja in part 1 of Naruto, they couldn't do anything. But yet you're telling me Boruto can make a hand sign and use a fake shadow clone jutsu? No, the shadow paralysis. Mugetsu, I know they're different. But no point in the story is someone under any type of shadow jutsu and they're able to do whatever they want to fucking do. That doesn't happen. Or else the jutsu would be pointless if they could just do what they wanted to do under the jutsu anyway. It would be pointless. So that's what I'm saying. The shadow possession has changed. They've retconned it. I swear to God, they've retconned it. So you're just an inferior creature, and he takes about 1, 2, 3, 4. He takes about 4 chakra pills. Experience it for yourself. So yeah, we know this is not a Bijudama Kuribo. This isn't a Bijudama. This is the absorbed jutsu from Boruto's bum ass. And then we know that Momo can amplify the jutsus that he absorbs. Right? Wow, all the jutsu he absorbed from me, right? This is all the jutsu he absorbed from Boruto. And we know that Momo can amplify it because he tells us this in Killer B. I mean, when he fights Killer B. It's also worth mentioning that Shikamaru fought Tayuya in a roughed forest, whereas here it's a sunny day. The amount of light in the area naturally enhances the shadow jutsu. Okay, I'll give you that, Mugetsu. I'll give you that, bro. That's a slight detail I did forget about. The shadow possession does become stronger during the daytime in broad daylight. I'll give you that. I'll give you that one. No way. What incredible power. Yada yada yada. So he throws an attack at them. The attack actually does do some decent amount of damage, to be honest. This is from the size of this attack, and I can't really tell, but it looks decently sized. Right? It does a fair amount of damage. This is a fair amount of destructive damage. But we do see, oh yeah, look at this too, by the way. All right. So he still has the full attack. Momoshiki notices that all of them are still alive because Naruto protected them. Naruto has now entered KCM and what it looks to be Sage mode going by the eye. So he's now in KCM and Sage mode. And we see that he summoned a Kurama avatar to protect himself. Could a possible answer for Shikamaru being able to hold them down is his chakra control? I'll say this. Well, so here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. Chakra control, like if we go off of the consistency with shadow possession, Shikamaru shouldn't be able to hold down people that are stronger than him. He shouldn't be able to hold them down because we see, or I'll say like physically stronger, because it gets weird with Naruto when you say stronger, because stronger doesn't allude to more chakra. Stronger can sometimes just allude to better skill, right? But we see Hidan is able to fight off Shadow Strangle Jutsu. We see Tayuya is able to fight off Shadow Possession and Shadow Strangle Jutsu. What I'm saying, though, is that they've made the shadow possession more so a jutsu that can work on anybody, regardless of how much more powerful they are. Because Sasuke can box one-on-one with Kinshiki. Mind you, Sasuke is not using his like Susanoo or anything. He's not going all out. But he can box with Kinshiki. In no way, shape, or form do I believe, and there's nothing to suggest, that Shikamaru can box with Kinshiki or Momoshiki. So, the fact that his shadow paralysis or shadow jutsu is holding them in the first place is a red flag. It tells me that, okay, cool, we're no longer going by the standards of Naruto. This is a new writer. He has his own ideas about things. He thinks shadow possession can pretty much work on anybody, in which it does. It works on them. And we see it's going to work on stronger people than them in the future. People like Code. People like, does it work? No, well, I was going to say Ada, but Ada's not really a combatant. But you get what I'm saying. By the way, it's funny to me how Momoshiki is constantly stated to be stronger than Kaguya, but nothing he ever does is on the level of her expansion Troop Seeking Orb. Yeah, and I take big issues with these type of assertions. Feat wise, Momo hasn't shown anything over Kaguya. I don't think so, at least. Like scaling, narrative, maybe, sure, but no, not feat wise. Also, I don't really think it's fair to compare Part 1 Shikamaru's shadow style to an average Shinara clan's shadow style. He was just a JIT and probably just started learning it. Just a tuning, just a genin, just a jit. I don't know what a jit is, bro. Let me read that again, though. I don't really think it's fair to compare Part 1 Shikamaru's shadow style to an average Nara clan shadow style. Alright, when you say average Nara clan member shadow style, are you talking about Shikadai? Because I'm talking about Shikadai and Shikamaru right now. I'm not talking about anyone else that uses shadow possessing jutsu. In the fight with... Let's go back to it real quick. Let's go back to it. We'll do it. First off, this shit is long. These chapters are long as shit. But let's go back to it real quick. Did he already show up? No, good. All right, all right, all right. First off, let's talk about how no one saw Boruto cheating the entire time. Jit means kid. Okay, gotcha. All right, let's go. Right. So Shikidai hits Boruto with this attack. Excuse me. And do we get a name for this? Do we get a name for this? Because I don't know if this is shadow possession or shadow paralysis. But it really doesn't matter because, like I said, no one can just freely do what they want when shadow possession happens or takes place anyway. Right? So he hits Boruto and all his clones with this attack. All his clones start to disappear till he finds the real Boruto. Boruto is still paralyzed. He cannot move. You see these crackles all over his body? This means he can't move. He can't do anything. So, now, okay, cool. We can deduce this isn't shadow mimicry jutsu because he's holding a kunai up like this, which means if it was shadow mimicry jutsu, Boruto would be holding the kunai up like this, right? So fair enough, we can say this isn't shadow mimicry jutsu. So we can deduce this is shadow paralysis jutsu. So it'd be nice if you could just give up graciously. Ha ha ha, looks like it's over. Look at this. Boruto is able to move his fingers and release scrolls at the same time. Naruto notices this. Mind you, all these Kage and there are there, but only Naruto notices this. And he summons, first off, this should have been questioned by everyone there in the first place. Because, like, him doing the shadow clone jutsu with a single hand sign, no. Get out of here. That would not even, like, people should have questioned that off the bat. Naruto shouldn't have had to step in. Like, look at this. Look at this. Naruto should not have had to be the one to step in. Look at these stupid ass Kage. Wait, look at these dumb Kage. Hold up. Where are they at? Because they compliment this, but it's like, no, you can't make this many. You can't make this many clones like that with one hand sign. Who do you think you are? Right? Where did the Kage compliment him at? My fault. They compliment him in the last one. But anyways, the point is, the fact that he's able to make a hand sign anyway, that never happens. It doesn't happen unless you're like physically overpowering the jutsu. Unless you're physically overpowering the jutsu. Right? So I'm calling bullshit on this. Let's see what we're talking about. Also, don't really... Okay, Jit means... Yeah, okay. Oh, I mainly meant against Tayuya. He probably had much less skill with the Shadow Paralysis Jutsu, and post-time skip, he'd naturally be better. I can agree with that. Multiple Hyuga in the crowd, and nobody saw the device. Come on, bro. Like, what are we talking about? And it took Naruto, the least analytical person in the series, to say, oh, what was that? Did he just have a scroll pop out of his fucking arm? No one saw this happening. Hot take, the scroll device being banned in the exams is so dumb to me. It's just more advanced than digital. So yeah, I agree with that actually, right? Because, like, here's the thing. I hate that it was Boruto who had to, like, introduce ninja scrolls as far as combat-wise into the series. I wish they had did someone else, and then Boruto beat that person. That would have been more dope, because it would have showed Boruto being able to overcome an unfair advantage with his own skill and power. That would have been fucking dope. So I don't like the fact that Boruto introduced this. But overall, I like the idea of scientific ninja tools. And if we're being practical, they would make much more sense in a fight, right? Like, if the Leaf Village were to go to war and they started implementing scientific ninja tools, it would give them such an unfair advantage because you're not using your own chakra. You can use any elemental release with the damn thing. And yes, it depends on the skill of the shinobi, but it's just much more things added to their arsenal. So it's really unfair. Do they know what the device is? Dr. Automax, it's not even the fact that they know what it is. It's the fact that he has to do a motion and then the scrolls have to pop out. That's the issue here. He has to do something and then scrolls have to pop out and then expel the jutsu inside of it. So, like, that should have raised red flags. But anyways, back to the shadow possession jutsu. We see he's able to do this while under shadow possession. If he's paralyzed, he shouldn't be able to do anything, right? And then we can go back to Shikamaru, because Shikamaru holds down the Otsutsuki. He holds down Code. These people are much more powerful, especially Code being a cyborg, much more powerful than Shikamaru, yet he's able to hold them down pretty much effortlessly. The only person he can't hold down is Ada, and that's because she's literally giving him vertigo or some shit. But let's get back onto it. And real quick, let's go back to this conversation with me and Davs while we have some things, right? So Davs says, so I told him I don't buy the solar system stuff. That being Kaguya being solar system, I don't buy it, right? He says there's no valid rebuttal to it. Yeah. Then I'm like, okay, cool. How do you scale her to solar? Excluding Kaguya, what's the best feat from the franchise? He says Amane Manaka. Hagoromo and Hamura creating Chibaku Tensei is dwarf star level. Naruto and Sasuke, Chibaku Tensei, and Teneri moving the moon are both large planetary. I say, all right, how is Amane Manaka solar? Right? Then I say, so creation feats are the best they have. What AP value does moving the moon give us? What AP value does moving the moon give us? Right? So his answer to how is Amane Manaka solar, he says it warps what a minimum appears to be a solar-sized space. Does anyone know the issue with that answer? Then he says overcoming the gravitational binding force holding the moon and its mass is moon level. Depending on the distance and the values could increase. And, oh no, he says the last calc I saw had it at large planetary using the duration of his fight. So does anyone know the issue with how he's attaining AP from these things? Does anyone know the problem with this? Because there is a problem with it. All right. And so before I just go full in on why these things don't work, I got to see well, first of all, I got to do some information digging. So I say, what AP can be derived from warping space? That's a serious question. Then I ask, what AP can we get from this moon feat, right? Toneri was able to quote unquote move the moon. His answer is solar system level. Then he says anything between the moon and large planetary, depending on the calc. Right? So when I'm asking for AP, he's giving me things that can affect a large area, and he's giving me things that require a certain amount of energy, a total energy. Yo. What's good, Manyo? Mindo. Yeah, I like that. What's good, Mindo? Yeah, so we're talking Boruto right now, and we're trying to see exactly where and how the series scales so far, but in particular Damon. Because I want to do Damon versus Mayuri from Bleach, but I'm having difficulties and problems finding exactly where these people scale, because the only scaling we're going to get from Boruto leapfrogs or places itself on the heels of Naruto, basically, if that makes sense. So yeah, we're talking about Boruto scaling, but all in an endeavor to find out where the series scales, but in more particular where Damon scales, because I want to do Damon versus Mayuri. Damon versus Mayuri and Ada, mind you. Alright, we only see a sun in Kaguya's dimension. We do not even know if it's a full solar system or just a planet circling a star. Mindo, bro, can you just call me Sean? I don't know, man. I like Mindo. Mindo's kind of fire, bro. You might just want to take Mindo and run with it. Mindo's kind of hard. I like it. Shone, I don't know about Shone. There's already a Shone I know. Like Shonen Cone. You can't be shown, yeah, because Shonen Cone exists. You can't be shown. You can do Mindo or put something else in there that I can call you. I'm gonna call you Mindo until you give me a better nickname. Mindo's hard. Alright, yeah, so he says we only see a sun in Kaguya's dimension. We do not even know if it's a full solar system or just planet circling a star. Here's the thing, Mugetsu. I don't care either way. Right, bro? I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't care either way. There can be a solar system, it can be a planet, it can be a galaxy, doesn't matter. My question is, derive the AP from it. That's what you got to do, right? Because total energy and creation feats aren't AP. That's my Mindo, my Minja way. Oh, that's fire. See, hey, yo, Mindo, take that, bro. Take it and run with it. I like that. That's my Mindo, my Minja way. That's fire. Hey, shout out you, Mugetsu. But, yeah, so we need to be able to derive AP from these things. Saying it's solar system level because she was able to, quote unquote, warp or swap a solar system doesn't mean she has solar system AP. That's not how it works. You've all seen my video breaking down AP. By the way, none of your favorite content creators have even gone in as much depth as I have for AP. Maybe it's unless you're talking about Sage, or if you follow Zalius, right? It's basically Sean, but spelled Sean. But I call me Mofo's then. Call me Moths ain't bad. Like Moff Gideon. Moths. I don't know. Mindo's hard though, bro. Moths. I don't know, man. Mindo is hard, man. You might just want to take Mindo. Please just gracefully take Mindo, bro. I'm begging you. But alright, and let's just read some of me and Karibo's conversation too, just so we can get fully have a full thing. And Karibo, I'm going to respond to you in full time as well. You might be in here, Karibo, but I'm still going to respond to you full time so people can see the dialogue that we're having. So I again say I need a Boruto scaler to answer how strong Damon is. Karibo says like tier wise or where he stacks up in the verse. I respond with I know who he's stronger than in verse. The issue is I'm rereading Boruto with my power scaler glasses, and I'm noticing the extreme lack of feats. Pegging down how powerful people are is difficult if no one's doing anything new. He says, you mean they toned down the DC? The majestic attire Susanoo, Naruto and Sasuke do is confirmed the strongest ninjutsu in terms of offensive and defensive, putting it above the ETSO. We have Jigen punching through the Susanoo and Kurama avatar. Damon toyed with someone stronger. Cool. I like this breakdown, but let's actually break it down. First thing, you mean they toned down the DC? No, I'm not talking about they toned down the DC. They toned down the feats entirely. You don't just get feats from DC, right? Well, I mean, you technically do get feats from DC, so yes, but I'm not talking about like large scale explosions or anything like that. You can have a DC feat with the AoE of a fist, right? You can have a, like, for example, like Sakura is a good example. You can have a DC feat with the AoE of a fist. The issue is, no one has outdone anything in Naruto yet. Like Naruto Shippuden, that is. So that's the first thing. Then he says the majestic attire Susanoo, Naruto, and Sasuke do is confirmed the strongest ninjutsu in terms of offense and defense, putting it above the ETSO. Alright, I don't know where you're getting that information from. Where does that information come from? That's number one. Number two, the supposed feat of Kaguya was going to be destroying at the very least a planet with her ETSO. So that's number one. At the very least, what was suspected to be destroyed would be a planet, right? You guys might say, oh, the dimension, oh, the solar system, oh, the galaxy. At the very least, we can say she was going to destroy a planet. Now, mind you, there's no feat for it, but at the very least, we can say that. I don't think Naruto and Sasuke's combined thing get to planetary. I don't. So that's number two. Then he says, we have Jigen punching through the Susanoo and Kurama avatar. Damon toyed with someone stronger. Right, so cool. I like that because Jigen did in fact punch through the Susanoo and the Kurama avatar. It's a fact, we saw it happen. And then Damon toyed with someone stronger, i.e. being Code. But there's issues with that, and we'll get to that later. So what we need to understand though, what we need to look at, and what I'm looking for is how durable and how powerful are the Susanoo avatar and the Kurama avatar. Right? Because Jigen being able to punch through them is a good feat, but at the end of the day, he's still only challenging a portion of the total energy of those two things. Like when Kaguya used the Ash Bone, which pretty much hit the Susanoo and then still had force enough to rip through it, you might chalk it up to hacks. But at the end of the day, it was a more concentrated attack that got through the Susanoo, right? A Biju Dama exploding on the Susanoo, I don't expect that to destroy the Susanoo because, once again, it's a large AoE, and determining the actual AP from something like that, you would find it's very low. So I say, do you know Sasuke's best defensive feat with the Susanoo or Naruto's with the Kurama avatar? He says blocking Biju bombs and protecting them from blasts that shook the entire supercontinent from the mesosphere, if you want something more calculable. I say, is this during their final fight? He says the second feat is from their final fight. The blocking Biju bombs happens multiple times throughout the war. I'm like, all right, cool. Okay, so let's just stick with Sasuke since I believe the Susanoo to be superior. Since I believe the Susanoo to be the more superior defensive ability, what's the most powerful thing it defended against? He says the same blast in his final fight that shook the entire supercontinent from the mesosphere. He uses his Susanoo arrows and blade to deal with the Biju bombs. Cool. So was the Susanoo that absorbed all the Biju chakra, the one that like breaks through the armor and has like a full face and you can actually see it and shit like that? Was that stronger than the one that Jigen kicked through? Kuribo says, I believe he blocks Naruto's Biju bombs before absorbing Tailed Beast energy. So here's the thing. Deflecting the Biju bombs isn't impressive to me, and I wouldn't count that as blocking them. Deflecting them is one thing, but taking their full force and the explosion of them is something different. Naruto swapping away the 6 Biju bomb from the Tailed Beast isn't the same as Naruto having all of those. Isn't the same as having all those attacks blow up on Naruto. They're not the same thing. Deflecting them when they're in their Tailed Beast ball form before the explosion will not be as impressive as surviving the actual explosion or the blast from it. So, just to make sure I'm clear with him and he's clear with me, I say so. The Susanoo that absorbed all the chakra from the Biju is weaker than Sasuke's Boruto Susanoo? Kuribo says yes to this. Okay. So, if that Susanoo is weaker, the one that absorbed all the Biju chakra, which really doesn't make sense to me, because it absorbed all the Biju chakra, yet it's going to be weaker than his base full attire Susanoo. Doesn't really make sense to me. And Sasuke lost the arm. I don't understand how. Fine, we'll just accept the fact that he thinks his Boruto Susanoo is stronger. Cool. So, what we could do. Hey, what's good, Michael? How you doing, bro? For anyone that's new here, what we're doing is we're going through Boruto and just trying to find out where the series generally scales up from Naruto. We're trying to find out how powerful, in particular, Daemon really is, because I want to do Daemon versus Mayuri, or more specifically, Daemon and Ada versus Mayuri and the Mayuri Kurosuchi Corpse Unit along with Nemu. That's what I want to do, but I'm having difficulties finding how powerful this series scales, and Michael, you already know this, bro, because we've like talked in the comments on other people's comments. Like, the series doesn't have any. The series Boruto doesn't offer anything new to like, you know, increase the scaling cap of the series. It's just, oh, he's stated to be stronger than him, or hold up, I can't even see myself. Let me do it like this. Let's bring me down a little bit more. Okay. So yeah, Boruto's scaling is more so, oh, he happens to be stronger than this person, or he outperforms this person to a certain degree, but there's like actual no feats that'll let us know how much more powerful X person is, or whatever like that. So that's what I'm struggling with this whole Boruto stuff. Let's read the comments real quick. Moths is abbreviated Mindo for shown. I don't know, bro. That's Moths. I don't know, man. Mindo is just better to me. Keep dropping them though. Give me some more nicknames and we'll think. Boruto character's got to be below planetary because Boruto's new Rasengan is powered by the planet's rotation, and he's and his code sweating and has code sweating all dizzily. That's funny. If Sakura got off her lazy ass and learned 8 gates, she'd solo. She'd do damage, yeah. Sakura's base is much stronger than Guy's base, and if she learned 8 gates, she'd be a good healer. Stack that with 100 healings, and she could casually maintain the 7th gate. Oh yeah, no facts. Like if Sakura did learn the 8th gate, if Sakura did learn the 8 inner gates, she would be a force to be reckoned with. You're doing decent. That's what's up. May have spoken too soon last time. Sasuke made calc stronger than you know. Sasuke made calc stronger than you. Okay, well, I mean, I don't know where you know scales to. I've heard things, but I don't take everything I hear with scaling, especially if I haven't looked into the series myself, because we'd have to understand the power system first, inside and outside. That's the first thing you have to understand. The power system inside and outside. Does magic scale to physicals? Does physicals scale to energy? We'd have to understand all that before we did anything with, looking to scale the series in the verse. But then again, Black Clover is kind of straightforward because you do have things like Mana Skin, which would be your energy wrapped around you, or your energy, protecting you. Would Ada's love ability even work with Mayuri? Bro probably don't even have that concept in his brain. Yeah, so for that type of fight, what I'm going to do is, well, number one, it wouldn't work on Mayuri because Ada hasn't proved that she can affect spirits, right? But what I'm going to do for that fight is allow her ability to work anyway. And Mayuri's going to have to find a way around it. And if you know Mayuri, he's going to find a way around it. So yeah, we're going to allow her ability to work on pretty much everyone there, with a few exceptions. We're going to have her ability to work on everyone there. Is Yuha lifting the Wanderreich actually a planetary feat? So like when it comes to lifting strength and total energy, guys, I don't like to put them in classifications of planetary or solar system or galaxy or anything like that. We derive AP from what we can physically see was affected by something else, right? Moving the moon X amount of distance might give us a good total energy, but then you would have to be able to prove that you can put that total energy into any given attack. And then even the total energy of that attack, depending on the AoE, won't be planetary, right? So yeah, it depends on what you're doing and how you're doing it. But above all, what's affected and to what degree something is affected is AP. Simply moving the planet, simply moving the moon doesn't get you to planetary in my head. We're looking for AP. We're not looking for total energy. We're not looking for your strength values. So in my opinion, no. Yuha lifting the Wanderreich is, is it a planetary feat? You can call it that. You can say that, but don't tell me it's planetary AP. You can call it a planetary level thing. You can say it was a continental level event because he moved, quote unquote, a continent, or he moved that much energy or force. For example, take X-Men Last Stand number 3. When Magneto is moving that entire island, essentially he moves the entire island. No. I'm thinking of something else. No. Magneto does move an entire island, doesn't he? All right, in the comments, if you know X-Men, figure out, does Magneto ever move like an entire island? I have an image in my head of him doing something like that, but I don't know if it's true or not. But point being, let's say Magneto moved an entire island. Magneto is not island level AP. He's not. That's not how it works. With his ability, he can do stuff like that, but he's not island level AP. Just like how Toneri moving the moon with his Tenseigan doesn't make him moon level AP. Right? His ability might be able to generate that much force, but he's not that level. It's beyond planetary by far because he got to lift it through the valley of Kyohuko. Wait, would he? Wait, what? I don't know, Mugetsu. I don't think the Valley of Screams exists in between Yeah, no. The Valley of Screams doesn't exist in between the Royal Palace and Soul Society, so I'm not too sure about that. Mayuri loved Nemu out the jump, but was still fine being abusive because he knew she'd be fine. Yeah, no, that's a fact. That's a fact. Knowing that we know, knowing what we, I'm guessing knowing what. Oh, knowing that we know now that Mayuri has considered Nemu a masterpiece since she was a toddler makes his Soul Society treatment of her so funny. You know, it's kind of crazy. Man is kind of dirty. If I make a normal sized house out of Legos, am I building level destruction? Am I building level? Destruction scales far above creation. Facts. You know, absolutely facts. And you can't really, and I've always argued this, you can't really derive AP from a creation feat anyway, because you would have to prove you can put that same amount of creation energy. First off, how much energy did you use? Because I'll use an example I used in that one video. Let's say it takes me a fireball jutsu's worth of chakra to create a planet. Is my fireball jutsu now planetary level because they took the same amount of chakra to create? No, it wouldn't be. The fireball jutsu would scale to whatever it destroyed. It wouldn't be planetary though. Let's say that same fireball can't destroy a rock, but I use the same amount of chakra to create a planet. No, that's not how it works. So yeah, destruction will always be greater than creation. Hey yo, missed something. Hey, what's good, Shinigami? What did I miss, bro? Let me know. Let me know if I missed something. Let me know, and then we can tighten up on that. Also, the Naruto moon is hollow. That's a fact. The moon is hollow. All right, let me get to responding to Kuribo. So the Susanoo that absorbed all the chakra from the Biju is weaker than Sasuke's Boruto Susanoo. Yes. So Sasuke's Boruto Susanoo is stronger than the one that absorbed all the chakra from the Biju, and Jigen is able to kick through that Susanoo. Right? Jigen's able to kick through that Susanoo. Code is stated to be stronger than Jigen, but the issue with that is that Shikamaru thinks that Naruto and Sasuke can keep Code at bay. He actually says this. And then the other issue with that is that we've never seen Code interact with Naruto and Sasuke to even verify if this is true or not. And then we have Damon. Damon can manhandle Code. Code is stated to be stronger than Jigen. Jigen can kick through a Susanoo. Do we see the overarching issue here? Do we see the overarching issue here? Let's do it again. Damon can manhandle Code. Code is stated to be stronger than Jigen. Jigen can kick through a Susanoo, a perfect majestic attire Susanoo, right? So how much stronger is Code than Jigen, and then Damon to Code? Quantifiably, how much stronger it is he? Because what I'm going to have to end up doing is basing everything off of Sasuke's Susanoo that Jigen was able to physically rip through. That's what I'll probably have to do. And then we know that, like I said before, Jigen didn't challenge the total energy of the Susanoo. No, he challenged the part where Sasuke was at. How durable is that? We don't know. We don't know. So yeah, this is going to be an interesting thing to, do. Hey, Triplet, what's good, bro? How you doing, Brody? What's happening in the stream? What's happening? Oh yeah, okay. So yeah, Shinigami and Triplet, what we doing, bro, is we're trying to find out where this series Boruto scales overall from Naruto, and we're also looking for how strong Damon is in comparison, right? Because I want to do Damon and Ada versus Mayuri and the Mayuri Kuretsuchi Corpse Unit along with Nemu, because I think that'd just be an interesting fight. So I'm trying to figure out how strong Damon actually is. And in that endeavor, I'm finding it difficult because all we have are statements and quote unquote narrative upscaling. The statements come by way of, Code is stated to be stronger than Jigen, right? But then Shikamaru thinks that Code can be stopped by Naruto and Sasuke if it really came down to it. But he's supposed to be stronger than Jigen. And then Damon is stronger than Code. We can verifiably see he's stronger than Code with his Code without limiters. We verifiably see he's stronger than Code. But then the question is, okay, how much stronger was Code than Jigen? We don't have an answer for this. So it's like a game of leapfrog without actually seeing how far the toads are jumping in front of each other. We just know one toad is ahead of this one toad is ahead of this one. They could be miles apart or they could be really, really close and it just look like they're far apart. So that's what we're doing. That's what we're talking about. I will be getting to some videos today, Shinigami. I'm going to go over some videos. I want to talk about Neon's light speed video. We're going to be talking about that. I'll definitely be checking out some of the ones that you sent me also, Shinigami. In the Discord, I'll be checking those out too. That'll probably be later though. What I'll do is I'll probably stream for a couple hours here. I'll go to the gym, come back, eat, take a shower, and then we can do a night stream where we do some watching videos and stuff like that. Triplet says, Damon is the strongest of Boruto so far. The scaling doesn't really make sense since a kid Boruto was harming Momo. No issue, he just lost to Shikadai. Yeah. I think I agree with that. And so I'll have to get into 2 blue vortex scaling as well because I just saw a statement from a toad of all things that said Jorah is like is probably the strongest thing walking, and that there's a 1 in a million chance that they would win. Or no, he said there's not even a 1 in a million chance that they would win. So yeah. Well, Mayuri Corpse Unit be the anime version or the Can't For Your Own World version. It'll probably be the manga anime version. Probably the anime version since the anime is now taking precedent over the manga. Now the question is, for the Mayuri Kuretsuchi Quartz unit, should I include Kensei and Rose? Should I include Kensei and Rose, or should I just do, the Arankar, like Loopy and them? But it's not going to matter too much anyway, right? They're really just there for fun. Honestly, they're really just there for fun. The main conversation is going to be Ada's ability, how Mayuri is going to overcome it, and Damon's ability, and how Mayuri is going to overcome that. That's going to be the main conversation. And there are so many things that Mayuri can do. It's actually ridiculous. But it's going to be a fun video. But yeah, this is just kind of the research portion for all this stuff. Because, and we're only talking about this right here because Kuriro said that Naruto was able to contain a Bijudama, but that wasn't true. All Naruto contained was the jutsu that Momo absorbed from Boruto. So let's go back to that. Yeah. So here's the attack. It's not a Bijudama. This is all the stuff that he absorbed from Boruto. This is not a Bijudama. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting to respond. Hey, my boy Jax. What's goody, bro? And y'all, you know what? Real quick, let me say this. I do apologize for missing the past 2 weeks of streaming. My goal was to stream at least one time every week, but I missed 2 weeks in a row. Now, let me tell you guys why I missed 2 weeks in a row. I missed 2 weeks in a row. Number one, because I had to study for my IT test. So that took some time. Number two, I had to do some planning for my girlfriend's proposal. Don't tell her anything. But yeah, so I had to do some planning for that, and I had to do my IT study stuff. But now that those two things are out the way, because I got the planning for her done, and I passed my IT test, I can start streaming again more consistently. So again, I apologize for not being here the last 2 weeks, but we're going to get back on track. All right, now how do I respond to this? He says yes. He says yes, that the Susanoo should be stronger than the one that was first in Naruto. Hey, I appreciate you guys, man. Thank y'all, bro. Thank you. I appreciate y'all, man. Yeah, it's going to be fun. I'll probably record it. I don't know if I'll post it or anything like that, but I'll definitely record it. Okay, so the Susanoo that absorbed all the chakra from the Biju is weaker than Sasuke's Boruto Susanoo. Yes. Okay. So then, oh shit, it's hot as fuck in here. So then the next question would be Jigen's AP. Or no, I guess the Susanoo's durability. Would be the next question. You know, we'll come back to this. We'll put a pin in this because I can't spend all day. I thought I could, but that answer kind of fucks me up. And this is why I always say I need a conversation with Karibo, because like doing it over line, it just makes it really annoying for me and like a little harder to do. Congrats, man. Nice stuff. Can't Momo, my Pookie. Can't Momo dish out an attack back with double the force. Momo? I don't think so, bro. I don't know if Momo can do that. Double the force. I don't know if she can do that. I know Ukitake can do that. Hey, what's good, Revenant? How you doing, bro? Nice to see you. Oh shit. What cert you got, Trip? Plan to get my CompTIA plus. Hey, yo, so real quick. Hey, Trip. So Triplet, bro. Twin actually just landed his first 6-figure job, right? He's been studying SQL for like the past 1.5 to 2 years. My man just landed his first 6-figure job, and he's doing really, really good. All right. So for me personally, I don't know if you heard of Course Careers, bro, but I went through Course Careers and it was taught by Josh Madakor. So I just got my IT professional certification, and I've just been talking to some other IT people. I was going to go get my Google IT certification. That one was like $50 a month or whatever. But they told me you should probably just go get your CompTIA Security Plus thing. So I think I'm going to go ahead and... So what I'll do actually is, because I still haven't mastered the labs for my IT course, I'm going to master all my labs first, start applying, and then if I feel like I need CompTIA, because I might not need it, if I feel like I need CompTIA, I'll go ahead and get that as well. But shout out to you for getting your CompTIA shout out to you for getting your for wanting to get your CompTIA 2, because I'm hearing that is I'm hearing that one's no joke. Twin took it, he passed it, he has his CompTIA. He's a SQL Server database administrator or whatever, so he's doing his shit. He's making 6 figures now, so I gotta get on my shit, bro. But yeah. Congrats, but I don't know your girl, so I can't spoil. Like shit, yeah, no. That was just jokes, man. I appreciate it though. Who's the strongest character you think Nyanzo can beat in verse? Are you talking about in the Naruto Boruto verse, or you mean the Bleach verse? You've seen Eon's most recent stream. Him and his guys apparently got some interesting high ends for One Piece DC feat scaling. Yeah, hey, Michael, I caught like the last. I want to say, because I was doing research myself when I was watching it, so I was tuned in, but I wasn't like, I couldn't see anything on the screen because I was doing my own research. I caught the last. I want to say I was in there for like maybe 30 minutes. I caught the last 30 minutes of the stream, and yeah, there some stuff I agree with, some stuff no. Like I'll have to watch it again, and I might be able to do that today. Like watch some portions of the stream and see what they break down. But I'm not gonna lie, Eon got a nice thing going over there, bro. He got a community of other individuals, and I don't even know if they're scalers because they don't have channels or anything, right? But he has a community of One Piece scalers, or we'll call them scalers. He has a community of One Piece scalers that are going through the series meticulously and breaking down things using evidence, using resources, using statements, using, all that stuff. So I like what I'm seeing. I like what I'm seeing from that. And then it looked as if Eon was also doing his own due diligence as far as, saying, okay, cool. So how did you guys get here? Where did you get these numbers? You know what I mean? So it looked dope. It looked dope. I need to get some Bleach guys. Probably me. It could be a couple of us. But yeah. And Can't Fairy Own World, my Yuri Zombies unit is Coolhorn, Dodori, Loopy, Saduchi, Giselle, and Bambi. Candace is also there, but not part of it because Mayuri basically forced her to. Yeah, after my A+, I'm getting Security Plus and plan to do cybersecurity. An end goal, ethical hacker. Google cert is worthless, low-key. I'm self-study, but I'll probably do Coursera. Always wanted to do. Okay, cool. Hey, yo, shout out to you, bro. I like that shit, Red. That's fire. I'm wishing the best of luck to you, man. Study hard. I'm pretty sure as long as you study and do it how you're supposed to do, I'm pretty sure you'll get it. Hopefully, one of the times I'm live and you join, you can tell me you got it. We can celebrate that. That'd be really dope. Google cert is worthless. Yeah, so yeah, bro, that's kind of what I've been hearing. But I was really just going to get it to kind of just bolster up my resume and my portfolio, honestly. But now that I'm like hearing a lot of testimonials from course careers, and mind you, I already graduated of it, but like I'm hearing people kind of found jobs a lot easier and they didn't have to go do all these other steps. I think I'm just going to buckle down, master all the labs he like teaches, and then just start mass applying and seeing what I can get to. Because I'd like to be like an IT analyst or like a IT generalist or specialist or something like that. You know, something where, because IT is essentially all about helping people, and I'm really good at helping people, number one. And number two, I'm really good at communication. I'm really good at interpersonal communication. I like to think of myself like Obi-Wan from Star Wars, where his like epithet was the negotiator. That's kind of me. I can diffuse problems pretty easily. I can get people to be reassured. I can get people to calm down. I can rile people up to get excited or angry. You know what I mean? I'm really just good at communications, and I think that is a good field for me. But hey, it wouldn't hurt learning cybersecurity or security plus, so that's not out the window for me. Right. Nianzo beats Renji. Let's see. That's a tough one. That is a tough one. You know what? I need more screen time from someone like a Nianzo, bro. Like his Shrift is dope, of course. He can block any attack that he sees coming. He can deflect any attack that he instinctually picks up on. I just don't know. Like, we haven't seen the upper limits of it. Well, I guess we did, right? Nianzo can be speed blitzed. So I guess if... the question is, could Renji speed blitz Nianzo? That would also be the question. I don't know if Renji eclipses Nianzo that much. I don't know if he eclipses him to where he could speed blitz him. So that's where it would come from me. Alright. Nah, he not. Renji is stronger than Senjumaru. Ooh. Renji is stronger than Senjumaru? Nah. I don't know about that one, Mugetsu. Alright, like, stronger than Senjumaru? No, bro. I don't know about that. Cause, no, bro. I can't give Renji that. I don't think he's stronger than any Royal Guard member. As far as the Shinigami side, I don't think he's stronger than any Royal Guard member. Senjumaru was able to solo all of them by herself. And then Uryu was forced to use his most powerful ability on her. Right? But I'll give you this. Renji was able to contend with a more powerful Uryu in terms of like overall power, because Renji fought Volstindig Uryu. But then it's like, okay, but Senjumaru forced him to use Antithesis. No one's forced him to use Antithesis yet. I'm not gonna lie, Antithesis is more powerful than the Volstindig. The application in use cases are way more. They're just way more. So it's hard to say Renji's stronger than Senjumaru. Like Renji's not beating Senjumaru in her Bankai. He'll do good, but he's not beating her in her Bankai. I don't see that happening. Yo, Ab-Stract, do you agree that Renji is stronger than Senjumaru? Did she not force Uryu to use Volshindig? Renji did. Yeah, so yeah, my fault, bro. Yeah, because I was reading it without reading that. The same, okay, Diamante versus Nianzo, that could be fun. Diamante. Who is Diamante again? Diamante can make things. Diamante is the guy that, God damn it, Diamante. I know who he is, bro. Oh yeah, Diamante is the guy that can make things stretchy, right? Oh, they got such goofy abilities in One Piece. I love it. Yeah, Eon community is dope. What's dope? No one is extremely toxic, and it's just good vibes in the Discord and the streams. Yeah, no, yeah. He got a nice thing going, bro. I appreciate that a lot because not every place is like that. So the fact that he was able to not only like grow as fast as he did, but build a community that is more centered around chill vibes, not too serious scaling, and everyone can voice their own opinions. I like that. That's really dope. Base Uryu's arrow was strong enough to kill Senjumaru. He needed Volshindig to hang. Like, that's true. That's true. That's true. It was strong enough to kill Senjumaru. That is true. Then again, Renji got hurt by the same attack, but then again, Renji's Reiatsu was being drained, so his defenses would have been down naturally anyway. I don't know. See, Mugetsu, it really depends on if you have Volshindig higher than Volshindig. I'm sorry, if you have Volshindig higher than Antithesis. It depends on if you have Volshindig higher than the Antithesis. In my opinion, him using the Antithesis was the only way he was going to beat Senjumaru. There wasn't anything that he could have did at that point that would have allowed him to beat Senjumaru. So it's a little hard to call, but on the matchup, on the face value of the matchup itself, I don't see Renji beating Senjumaru in her own Bankai. It just doesn't. I just can't see that happening. Same. I'm just saying. Flag guy from flag guy. Isn't Diamante the guy that was hosting the He was hosting the tournament to get Ace's fruit, right? Are you caught up with Two Blue Vortex? No, but we're gonna read Two Blue Vortex as well. Not caught up, but we're gonna read that as well. Diamante is the guy from Funny Zero Speed Feats verse. Diamante is flag man. He can turn things into a flag, basically, including himself. I don't remember if it works on people though. He can't use it on other people, just objects and environment himself. Okay. Diamante. Yeah, no, that would be a funny battle though. That'd be a funny battle because like they both can warp and manipulate things around them. It'd be a funny battle at the very least. He used Antithesis to get out of the Bankai's fabric, but that arrow that killed her was just a normal arrow. All right, normal arrow is a weird way to phrase it. I get what you're saying, but no, I wouldn't say it's a normal arrow, right? Because the arrows are meant to be concentrated projectiles of reishi, and the one that went through her is something that like he would have to use a lot of energy to pierce through her. It's not like because like remember when he first used his arrows on Ichigo, they're hitting Ichigo, but they're not like breaking his skin or anything. One cut him, but Chad was able to block those arrows. So yeah, but the thing is the pure fact he was forced to use Antithesis on her and not Renji. You could debate that she was more of a threat than Renji. Yep. Yeah, it'd be a dope fight. Oak Trip, how now that Muketsu is hating, you should watch Zayas and Blow testing if light is faster than sound, because that's how haters scale One Piece verse, to be honest. I should watch who, bro? Zayas and Blow? I don't know who those are. What is that? What do I gotta type in to see that? It's interesting. Alright, let's get back to the Boruto scaling though, because as much as I like these questions, I do have to do my own type of work. So yeah, Naruto's powering up. Does Kurama Avatar while he grabs the attack. So here's the thing with him grabbing the attack. We shouldn't equate this attack exploding to the full force. Or I'm sorry, we shouldn't equate him holding and stopping this attack to the full force of this attack exploding. We shouldn't do that. Right? So we see Naruto's about to fire Bijudama at it. He realizes that's a bad idea, so he stops firing the Bijudama. Why didn't Dad blast it? Naruto could easily obliterate that thing if he wanted to, along with this whole area, that is. So yeah, he could destroy it, but the whole area would suffer for it. You're planning to use your own body as a shield and absorb all the damage yourself. What a foolish, stupid idea. Appropriate for the inferior creature that you are. So here's the thing. This whole attack is a result of Boruto's ninjutsu that was fired, amplified by Momoshiki. We don't know how strong those we don't know how strong those random ninjutsu that he shot are, though. So it really just looks very big. There's no telling how powerful it is, really. But I guess one could argue the fact that Kurama is struggling to hold it and he can't push it back would intimate that it's at least the weight of it, I guess, is pretty powerful. So, it's exploding. The whole thing explodes. Boom. Boruto is knocked out. Or Naruto saves him. And then Boruto's knocked out. Cool. He wakes up. Yada, yada, yada. We don't need to see any of this. And then we get this. This is a scene. So we have 1, 2, 3. We got about 3 craters worth of damage. And this is, of course, after. So we don't know if anything was just vaporized, or we don't know if anything was heavily pulverized. We don't know this for sure. But I'm going to tell you now, this appears to be weaker than Bijudama that we've seen in Naruto Shippuden. This appears to be weaker. And that could be partially due to Naruto taking the brunt force of it. That could be due to it just being attacks from Boruto. But it doesn't... This doesn't outdo Deidara's feat of exploding himself. This doesn't outdo Deidara's feat of being able to completely destroy the Sand Village that Gaara blocked. Kid Buu was able to stop the spirit bomb, but the second it actually enveloped him, he died. I use that example for stuff like this. Stopping a ball is different from being inside of it. Exactly, bro. That perfect analogy. Perfectly said. Well said. Yes. Stopping the force of the thing that has the explosion isn't the same as tanking the explosion itself. As you just saw and as he just said, Kid Buu was completely destroyed the minute the ball with all the energy exploded on him and enveloped him. But the bomb does go boom for Naruto, though. Yeah, no. That's a fact. The bomb definitely explodes on Naruto. The issue is, like I said, number one, these are all attacks fired from Boruto, amplified by Momoshiki. Right? Number two, Naruto is in his avatar. So Naruto is not taking the full force of the attack either way. He's still protected by the avatar. Right? And then number three would just be the results of this attack. Like I said, this is less impressive than Deidara's suicide attack. This is less impressive than previous Bijudamas we've seen in the series. This is less impressive than the final clash we've seen from Naruto and Sasuke. But I'm not saying this to downplay Momo, right? Because this isn't a Momo attack. These are attacks that he absorbed that he fired back. This isn't like a Momo, I'm going to use my attack. So, yeah. But we know it is enough to knock Naruto out, I guess, and have him being taken. Because Naruto does get taken. So Boruto has to do some self-reflecting, think about Naruto, yada, 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 yada. Talking to Sasuke, blah, 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 blah. Don't need to know. After we rescue him, yada, yada, yada. Space-time ninjutsu, cool. Oh, look, the 5 fodders, or the 4 fodders. Rinnegan. Okay. So, look at this. Look. So, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 going. So, the kid is going with the Kage. Shikamaru's not going. But Shikamaru's excuse would be that he would be Hokage if anyone there died, like Naruto or Sasuke. So we understand Shikamaru's not going. All right? Look at this. Why isn't she going? Why isn't Sakura going? Like, what excuse does she have to not be on this mission? Exactly. All right, let me send this text message real fast. Please send me the QR code for the returning ASAP album still. All right, let's do that real quick. Bum 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 ba dum ba dum bum. Amazon. Track and manage. Okay. How do I return packages? Write a product review, track package, return or replace items. Return or replace item. Yes, this is the. Well, yo, come on, bro. Return or replace. Yes, this is the item. Item or other bit missing. Not the item I wanted. Bear with me, I'm just sending a package back from Amazon. Is there anything else we should know about this item? No. Refund. Yes. Whole Foods drop off. Okay, and the return QR code. And send. Okay. Let's get back to it. Okay, what have we been talking about? Why did Boruto cheat? Is he stupid? Yeah, Boruto's stupid, bro. Well, here's the thing. He might not be stupid, but he is trash. He is trash. He wouldn't have won a single one of his fights if he didn't cheat, so he is kind of trash. Like, he would have lost the Shikadai. He would have lost to that random no-name who used bubbles. Like, Boruto's kind of trash. I don't want to hear any talk about genius. The boy's trash. Oh, shit. That's what I was... Alright, what Whole Foods location? Alright, bum bum bum. Bum bum bum. Okay, now back to it for real. Okay. I miss when the Kage was straight dogs. Only Kage that invite, only Kage that's invited to my cookout of the Boruto lineup are Darui and Naruto. I take Gaara over Darui. I think Gaara is probably the next strongest Kage, and I take him. I could guess that Sakura would be busy treating civilians after Momo's attack, but then why is she wasting time seeing the Kage? Like, that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, what are you doing here? You already healed Hinata. Hinata's fine. What are you doing here? Completely useless. So then wouldn't she prioritize being there to heal, support the Kage? Exactly, bro. Like, why wouldn't you go to be a support for the Kage? Even if you're not going to fight, why wouldn't you go to the fight that has the most importance, right? You literally got every other Jonin in the village that can help watch the village. You even got old-ass guy in the village. Like, what are we talking about? And it's not like you're at war with other nations, so you can't use the excuse of, oh, Konoha might be attacked. No, that was, every Kage literally was there. Boruto just doesn't understand or possess the value of being a shinobi like Naruto and Sasuke do. That's why he cheated. He doesn't understand perseverance. I mean, that's one answer, bro. But at the end of the day, he would have lost definitively if he didn't have those ninja tools. I think it's a skill issue, personally. Sakura low-key the third strongest person in the Leaf, but she ain't do shit. Exactly, bro. Exactly. Guy in the wheelchair, body bagging most of the Boruto Kage. Facts. Yes. Excuse me. All right. I mostly asked that in jest. It's a running joke in another server. That's hilarious. Not gonna lie, Danzo was the best Hokage. The best Hokage. Who's the best Hokage? Who was the best Hokage? I don't know. I don't know. It's really hard actually. Who was the best Hokage? YouTube censorship is so annoying. I don't know why my comments randomly vanish. Oh yeah, that's crazy. If your comments are vanishing, I don't know what's up with that. I really wish Hinata's fight against Momoshiki wasn't off-screened. I didn't know Hinata fought Momo. I didn't even know that happened. Honestly, I hate how soft Hokage Naruto made the Chunin exams. We got rules. Yeah, see, even that, bro. I was reading the Chunin exams, and I'm like, they get to go home after every exam? What is going on? Y'all know them kids was in the forest of death for like 3 whole days. They didn't get to see home. Like the hidden miss ninja had to kill their own classmates. Like with all this kitty, oh, if the ink touches you, you're disqualified. Like what is all this stuff? Ebisu, no, Ibiki would have made sure at least 90% of people failed. You got everyone becoming chunies now. Yeah, this whole thing is soft, man. Anyways, Gar haircut and Boruto gets kicked out. You know, see, yeah, like they, man, that's probably the only bad thing about Gar. His design is horrible. So now they got to be up there in terms of best Hokage. She gets disrespected far too often. So here's the thing, though, right? Tsunade couldn't do anything against pain. Anything against pain. Like, here's the, like, what I don't like is when Kage, or if you're going to say, oh, Tsunade used Katsuyu, so she healed the village. Okay, maybe next time take out the threat so you don't have to heal the village. Ever think about that? Like, other Kage would have just fought pain. They wouldn't have let him, they wouldn't have given him the opportunity to do chaotic Shinra Tensei because they would have been fighting him. There would have been coordinated strategies to get him down from the sky. Like, that wouldn't have happened if it was Gaara. It wouldn't have happened if it was A. You know why? Because A's going to be like, hey, B, keep blasting that with Biju bombs. So he can't do it. So she did nothing against pain. She allowed Jiraiya to go fight a battle in a foreign nation with no support. He asked her permission. But at the end of the day, she authorized it with no support. What else didn't she do? What else didn't she do? I don't know. Like, she's not really that, I don't know. She's not crazy. She's not important. She has a lot of bad things that she did. Boruto wasn't in the right headspace. If he locked in, he's top of his class. The anime makes that more clear. I don't know. The anime isn't canon though, Karibo. That's the thing. Number 2, what wouldn't he be in the right headspace for? He was extremely excited. He was extremely motivated to take the Chunin exams. He was ready. He was definitely locked in. Just have the slugs heal the injured stadium people. When One Piece ends, I hope Luffy doesn't get adult Naruto or Ichigo's haircut. Let him grow it out like Shanks. Yeah, save Luffy, please. Like, Ichigo's isn't as bad as Naruto's, but Ichigo's is still bad. Not gonna lie, people overlooked how effective Danzo was as a leader just because he's a bit of a douche. Like, if Danzo had a longer term, I think he definitely could have been top Hokage. But with his limited time being Hokage, he honestly also didn't get much done. Like, Danzo would have had every village and every nation turn against the Leaf because he pulled some shit at the summit. Yeah, see, Ichigo's adult hairstyle, it's not the best, but it's not the worst. Like, it, you know. So let's go. Boruto, yada, yada, yada. He puts on his headband. I'm going with them. I leave your father in your hands, Boruto. Yep. You're finally acting like a shinobi. Let's go. Sarada and Mitsuki look after everyone else. Like, why is Sarada and Mitsuki looking after everyone else? Oh, well, Boruto's saying that. Okay, never mind. I thought that was Sasuke. I was about to say. Okay. So they've erected a god tree. And he is siphoning Naruto's chakra. Such ridiculously enormous chakra. This is taking too long. It's weird though, right? Because in the novels, they'll have you believe this guy is able to drain a star. But Naruto's chakra is taking too long. Now, could that be to Kurama actually putting up resistance inside Naruto, or Naruto suddenly putting up resistance? We don't know. But the fact that in his novel, he's able to drain a star in little to no time, or at least like that's what they make it seem like, but Naruto's is taking longer, it's just really weird. Okay, yeah. You see, we ninja don't like to make things easy. So someone is putting up some resistance, whether that be Naruto or Kurama. And whose foot is this? Oh, this is Darui. This isn't a foot. This is Darui. Darui looking kind of husky. Okay, Papa Cloud Ninja looking kind of thick, boy. Damn. Let me stop. Ha. But okay, we got Darui and Chojiro. These guys, they must have used that Black Cape's Rinnegan. And we have Naruto. Naruto can't escape this. Hold up. Naruto can't escape this. Now, here's the thing. Here's the thing. This is basic wood style holding him back. Right? And it's already being acknowledged that he has enormous or ridiculously enormous chakra, which means Naruto still has a lot of that chakra in him, but he can't escape this. Just some stuff I'm noticing. So he cuts him, or he cuts the branches. Sasuke comes, they free him. The 5 Kage. Don't think you can get away from us. Enough talk, you inferior creatures. You okay, Dad? All right, let's read some comments. At the end of One Piece, Haki Yama's Bankai would shatter if it touched Mugetsu. I don't think it would shatter, but I think Ichigo Mugetsu can definitely overpower Yama's Bankai. I don't think it would shatter, though. Itachi versus Gin. Who had the better written I was a good guy all along twist? Who had the better one? I think Kishimoto executed Itachi's better. I think Kishimoto definitely executed Itachi's better. With Gin wasn't doing enough things in the series to let us know he was on their side. And there's ways Kishimoto could have inadvertently, there's ways Kubo could have inadvertently shown us that Gin was on their side. And if you go through the series, I'm pretty sure you could like find something. Like for example, maybe when Gin gets caught by Rangiku, obviously that's on purpose. When Gin is messing with the corridors to the Espada, I'm guessing that's on purpose too. So he has them not fight the strongest Espada, so they don't get clapped. So like there's subtle things that you would probably pick up on, but like with Itachi, the entire what I don't like about Itachi's is how it all came together. Like Itachi's is more clear cut. Okay, cool. I was a good guy the whole time. I did this because of this. I did this because of this, right? What I don't like is the motivations. The motivation is horrible for Itachi. And I always say this and I always stand by it. The motivation for Itachi doing what he did was horribly executed. Even if you want to be a good guy the whole time, it was horribly executed. Not a fan of that. Gin's was more left field though. Gin's was more of a surprise, but Itachi ultimately did it better. The 5 Kage Summit would have happened without him though. He was the one who chose to initiate it. Is that true? Okay, so if Danzo initiated the 5 Kage Summit. Wait, no. Hold up. I'm pretty sure the Raikage called the summit. Mugetsu, I'm pretty sure Raikage called the summit after B was captured. I think that's what happened. He's an official interpreter. You want him to walk around with untrimmed hair, lol. That's true. You gotta look professional for your part. You can at least say that. And the ramifications of the summit were that allowed the Shinobi Alliance to form. Yeah, see, but I still think I think Raikage called the summit, and we can check on that later. But I think, fuck it, we can do it now. Let's do it now. It won't take too long. Where is my Naruto stuff? Yeah, we can do it now. We're going to find out who called this summit. It should be the 5 Kage Summit. Danzo sacrifice, declaration of war. But the question is, do I have to go before the summit happens or after? Fuck it, we'll go with the 5 catechism begins. Alright. Okay. All right. The meeting that will rock the foundation of the world is about to begin. Place your hats on the table. You are here today because the Oh yeah. See, yeah. You are here today because the Raikage has called this meeting. So yeah, Raikage called the summit, not Danzo. So everything that happened as a result is because of Danzo. I mean, of Raikage. I thought it. So, question: you think Choji hit Karui with that expansion? Hey yo, don't get nasty, Moo. Don't do that, man. Choji hit it with that chubby. I thought Itachi's reveal was much lazier though. We kind of just get told it by Obito after he already died. That's true. You know what? That's true. We actually don't find out Itachi's main loyalties until he's dead, and it comes by way of other people. That's true. But there's a certain artistic way that happened there too. It's actually more profound that other people was able to tell his story, in my opinion. I really just hate Itachi's motivations and stuff like that, but the actual execution I think still was better. Having his story be told through Obito, who is an enemy of the Leaf, but he's keeping it 100. He's keeping it real at the end of the day. And then even through Sasuke, even through Itachi after he's in Edo, showing him the truth, right? I think it's just more poetic. I just think it was more poetic the way Kishimoto did it than Kubo for this one. What am I doing here? Dav still never responded. I'm convinced Davs doesn't know what AP actually is. But that's for another topic. Gin was never written to be a good guy all along. That wasn't the point of his character. I agree with that. Just in the form of the question I was answering, but I agree with that. Gin wasn't really written to be a good guy or a bad guy. Gin's whole thing was solely getting his one-up on Aizen for what he did to Rangiku. Danzo called it. Raikage refused, then chose to go along with it because he got captured. Oh, did he? I don't... Wait. So then what chapter do we find out Danzo calls it then? Because they just said Raikage called the meeting. Gin was loyal like Itachi, yes. But where Itachi was loyal to Konoha at the cost of Uchiha, Gin was loyal to Rangiku at the cost of Serite. They're fundamentally different. That's a good point. Gaara also mentions he called for a summit when they're all talking. They just ignored him. Oh. Yeah, see, listen, if we got multiple Kages calling the summit, then at that point, I don't really care who gets the credit because no one did anything until, quote-unquote, their village was in distress anyway. So, no, it doesn't even matter. It was initially proposed by Danzo, but Raikage finalized it when he found out B was captured. Danzo put this idea in his head. When did he talk to Danzo, though, Mugetsu? I need some chapter numbers, bro. Himawari versus Ichigo. Naruto and Luffy will one day be the general consensus victory. Wait, what? Himawari versus Ichigo? Naruto and Luffy will one day be to a general consensus. Kurama, I have no idea what you're talking about. But that little girl would have to become the most powerful being in her verse to even contend with Ichigo. Down to manipulated events. Where are we at now? Yeah, we're still just talking and reading. We're getting into Momo versus the Kage and stuff. because I'm trying to find out like the best feats right now. I'm trying to find out where Damon scales and statements and all this other stuff. Whenever you have time, tell me about your past instead of lecturing me. But I'm warning you, it's a really long story. Okay, so Sasuke again is fighting Kinshiki. So yeah, base to base, it looks like Sasuke is even with Kinshiki for the most part. Like, one can't gain advantage over the other. That's what I've been getting from all of their encounters so far. Sasuke is as strong as Kinshiki. And this is Sasuke with one arm. Sasuke blocks his hit, but he is thrown back from the force of it. Kinshiki comes, but who does that attack? It slices the entire tree. Who does that attack? Chojuro. Okay. So Chojuro is able to slice this entire tree with a chakra attack. I'm guessing something. And Kinshiki did have to dodge this, or else he would have gotten injured from it. If he didn't have to dodge it, he could have just sat there, but he did have to dodge it. And he's even surprised. You're fast for your size. You'll regret your insolence soon enough. Alright, cool. So Chojuro can react to and dodge Kinshiki. Cool. Lifts his axe. His Hiramakara is stuck or too slow or something, but he looks like he's in trouble now. Yeah. So when it comes down to it, Chojuro can't dance with Kinshiki. Not even a little bit. Because the moment Kinshiki gets within actual striking range, Chojuro is too slow. So, he gets cut. And now he's even more wide open. Smirk. As are you. And he's only saved by Kurotsuchi. What the? And then she's able to punch him through the tree or something through the tree, it looks like. You, impudent. And so there's not really a lot of damage on him. It looks like it was more of a forceful hit than something that actually hurt him. And then we have Sasuke using lightning style to coat his sword. And he's about to attack Kinshiki. Okay, and he does stab him with a Chidori sword in the back. And this does do visible damage to him. It does visible damage, but... And he was it looks like he was pierced by this too. It looks like he was pierced by this as well. Or unless this was a slash. Kind of hard to tell. But we can definitely say he got hurt by it, at the very least. He recovers pretty quickly. And who does this attack? Blood Mist, Sword Technique, Bone Mutilation. Okay, so these attacks do pierce through Kinshiki. These attacks do pierce through Kinshiki. Now, here's the thing with this. Well, I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say that. So, this tells me that Chojuro's attacks... Well, I mean, not even tells me. This is obvious, but Chojuro's attacks can also hurt Sasuke. Because they're going through Kinshiki. They're going through his body. Like, he's getting physically pierced by this blood mist sword technique. So Sasuke would definitely need his Susanoo to defend against this. This doesn't make Chojuro continental at all, though. Tsuchikage on it. Lava style ash stone ceiling jutsu. So after being hit by this attack, he is actually physically restrained to the point he can't break out of this. Leave this guy to us. You go deal with the other one. But we do see it was a combined effort to take him down. This was a combined effort to take him down. It took Sasuke attacking him. It took her hitting him. It took Chojiro being a distraction just to take him down. And we have Momo running from Darui. Why in God's green earth has Momo not beaten Darui yet? What is going on? Why would... Alright, let me read the comments, because that actually just pissed me off. You gotta go into Medica Box. The manga has wild scaling. What is Medica Box, bro? I'm not sure what that is. Medica Box is legit wild. Lord Zeno getting low diff by the top tiers of Medica Box. Planning to make an Aizen versus Itachi smart character debate video. Though I think Light versus Itachi or Johan versus Itachi is closer. Want to read when done. Oh, yeah. Definitely send me the script, bro. I'll definitely take a look at it. I'll just say this now, though. Itachi is... I'm not going to say he's nowhere near as smart as Aizen. But, like, Aizen... I'm rereading Naruto, and Aizen is just one of the coldest motherfuckers to do it. I swear the high heels make this character look goofy as fuck. The high heels? What do you mean by the high heels, Revenant? There is a character in Medica Box from the Edo period that erased her own existence after an argument with her family, then got bored out of existing and inserted herself back into the universe. That's fire. She erased herself at a conceptual level, got bored after 400 years. That's tough. Guanya Lee, she brought herself back from non-existence. Me too. Like shit. So yeah, though. Why hasn't Momo dealt with Darui yet? See, narratively, this would tell me that Darui is a threat to Momo. But Momo is stronger than Kinshiki, who Sasuke struggles to beat by himself, but he's running from Momo, which would tell me Darui is stronger than Sasuke. I hope that makes sense. Mind you, I'm not going off of feats right now. I'm just going off of what I'm narratively seeing. And there should be no reason that this guy, Momo, who is stronger than this guy, Kinshiki can take on Sasuke by himself, but, you know, Momo's stronger than him. But Momo is running from Darui. Does that make sense? Why is he running from Darui? Oh, and Gaara. So Darui catches him, swipes at him, Momo blocks it with his sword. Sorry, I'm late. Dad, wait. What is it, Boruto? You can't use ninjutsu against him. What? Was Naruto not there when he saw him absorb ninjutsu? Oh no, he got kicked in the face. That's right. So Darui is on his heels, and he's still running from just Darui at this point. This is kind of wild. It's simple. You can absorb others' ninjutsu, and then use them as your own attacks. But that ammunition is gone once you use it, right? Just like with the Scientific Ninja Team's toys. That makes it easy. We proceed without jutsu and take you down with brute force. Look, he's actually cornered. He's actually cornered. This is crazy. Hey, yo, you know what? Momoshiki is actually weaker than Kinshiki. Momoshiki is actually weaker than Kinshiki. I don't think there's a chance in hell that he's actually stronger than Kinshiki. I think in the order of operations, Momo is the superior Otsutsuki as far as like clan rules and laws, but Kinshiki has shown better feats. Kinshiki has shown better reaction. He's shown better strength. He's shown better speed. It looks like Momo is just Rinnegan absorption hacks. He ran from Darui. What are we talking about? We've taken care of your friend already. I'd surrender if I were you. He has nothing to say. Is that your kid, Fox? I see. It seems you're burdened with a rather interesting fate. And this is when he looks into Boruto's future, quote unquote. All right. Help me. This guy is laser circusing all over this place. Like shit. Boy, bro didn't even use laser circus. That's the crazy part. Search up light versus sound from ZS and you'll see how people scale One Piece first. We'll put it in. let's see. Light versus sound. Yes. Light versus sound from Zeus. Light versus sound. Is it this guy? Hey, Red. Is it this guy, Triplet? Let me know if it's this guy. Momo, help Kinshiki. I need an amp. This is base Darui we're talking about here. Come on, bro. Like, why is he running from Darui? Gotta love how the Boruto artist can't portray speed with his art and just makes static poses with speed lines. Gerard, your majesty, help us. This is base genjutsu we're talking here. Like, shit. Doesn't Kumagawa have power over his fiction or some shit? Momo running from Darui is like the base Kaba versus... Everyone said Kaba wins as a joke. When we all know... Darui is the goat, I see. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Okay, that's a vid. Okay, we'll check that out. But yeah, guys, I hope we're seeing the craziness, mind you. Let's do this, mind you guys. All right. So Kinshiki. Let's do this in complete and total order. We're gonna go fast though. So the 5 Kage arrive. The 5 Kage arrive. Darui engages Momo. Chojuro, Sasuke, Kurotsuchi engage Kinshiki. These guys. Right? Oh, we'll do it. We'll be fair. Darui and Gaara engage Momo. Kinshiki and Kurotsuchi engage. I'm sorry. Kurotsuchi and Chojuro engage Kinshiki. And it's a 2v1, basically, along with Sasuke, but not yet. Oh, hold up. Y'all saw that, right? Look at this. So they have him completely surrounded. Look at this, guys. Pay attention to this. They have him surrounded, right? Kinshiki is so goddamn fast. He blitzes through both of them, and we don't need to see it, and goes for Sasuke. Or unless that's Sasuke coming to Kinshiki. Hard to tell. Right? But I'm taking this as Kinshiki coming to Sasuke because Sasuke looks way more surprised here. And mind you, Sasuke's over here with Naruto and Boruto. Then he jumps away, kind of. Okay, you know what? I'll take it back. The fact that I'll take it back. And they're very lucky this panel exists. If we didn't see Sasuke jumping away, this would have been bad. But okay, fine. Sasuke jumps over to Kinshiki, engages Kinshiki. Kinshiki and Sasuke are shown to be really relative all the time, as far as their taijutsu is concerned. Right? Sasuke does get saved by Chojuro, though. And I use saved here lightly, as in we know Sasuke's not going all out, right? He's not using Susanoo or anything like that. But he does get saved by Chojuro here. Now, mind you guys, while all this is going on, Darui is chasing down Momo. What could have happened if Momo was stronger than Darui? What they could have showed us was that Momo was like choking Darui, or Darui was damaged on the ground. But no. The next panel we get from Darui and Momo is Momo running from Darui. So Darui is an actual threat to Momo because Momo hasn't dealt with him yet. This is bad. This is not good. This is not good at all. Oh, I'm sorry. Darui and Gaara. I have to keep saying that because Gaara is kind of there. So yeah, Momo is surrounded and he can't do anything. Yeah, Momo is weaker than Kinshiki. Momo is absolutely weaker than Kinshiki. Let me show you how many clan. Okay, hold up. What a pity that you possess. What a pity, Fox, that you possess so much power, yet not the jutsu to pass down to the next generation. What the heck are you talking about? Stay out of this, Boruto. Let me show you how my clan does it. Okay. So Momo's pulling in power is stronger than their ceiling. He pulls Kinshiki, no way. And he turns the alien man into a chakra fruit. Or something akin to a chakra fruit. And I always say this. This is an alien eating another grown alien. So when people say chakra is the reason people become more durable, well, number one, you have to tell me why Chojuro was able to injure Kinshiki, who I'm pretty sure has eaten at least one chakra fruit in his life. Yes, he's eating his friend. Damn it, this is bad. So Sasuke already confirmed that regular chakra pills do increase. Well, they use this medicine and they can increase power. Momo just turned his whole relative into food. And now we see Sasuke cannot slice through him. Now, it's too late. Sasuke can't cut through his neck after eating his friend. Now, whenever I have this discussion, the Naruto fan will tell you, oh, well, it's because the amount of chakra he has is just so much higher than Sasuke's, he can't cut through him. Or he's using chakra as a defense. That's why Sasuke can't cut through him. Mind you, this is a whole nother alien that just munched on and ate a whole nother alien. Any number of reasons could be used to qualify why Sasuke could not cut through him. For example, what if Momo took in all the physical stats of Kinshiki? Everything that Kinshiki is, what if Momo took all that into his body? That would increase his power a lot. So much so that it could prevent him from being cut in half. What if turning him into a chakra fruit? Strictly increased his durability? What if it did that? That would explain why Sasuke couldn't cut through him, right? But the answer is, overall, we don't know. Why? Because this is an alien eating another alien. Any number of reasons could exist. Right? And mind you, we've already seen Kinshiki get hurt by Chojuro of all people. These went through him. These pierced his body. Chojuro. This guy. The guy who can't even contend with Kinshiki in close quarters. Look at this. So he interrupts Kinshiki's attack. Kinshiki is surprised at this. You're fast for your size. You'll regret your insolence enough. Kinshiki comes for Chojuro. Chojuro is able to dodge a mid-air attack, but once again, look how far away he is. He's way up in the air, all the way over here. Right? So we shouldn't be surprised Chojuro can dodge this first attack. This isn't impressive. But he closes in on him. He can't lift his Hiramakari fast enough. And the bum gets slashed. Not cut in half, not killed, but he is slashed. And he's about to be finished off. You're wide open. He's about to be finished off, as are you. So we know he's not fast enough. Well, oh, okay, yeah. So Kodotsuchi puts this in front of him. Yeah. All that to say, though, guys. All that to say, there could be any number of reasons why Sasuke couldn't cut through Momoshiki. Once again, that is an alien that just got through eating another alien. Anything could explain it. So he transforms. He takes on his thing. Fox, you're next. This is actually kind of dope. I'm not gonna lie. This is actually dope. I fuck with this. Let's read some of the comments. Is this Bleach or Naruto? His chakra is so much higher than Sasuke's that it negs. Like shit. Yeah. But Shinigami, that's the type of narrative that they'll push. They'll say, "Oh, Madara could never get hurt by Tenten because Madara has so much more chakra than Tenten." Show me that in the series. Show me where that is ever stated, suggested, or shown to be a truth in the series. Right? Show me that. You'll never be able to. Momoshiki got Hiedo, by the way, lol. Facts. Blute vein. Hiedo plus blute. Yeah, manga fused Momo versus movie. Yeah. This looks hard. I'm not gonna lie. This is hard. Like this black ink / tattoos, the 2 fucking horns, triple Rinnegan, double Rinnegan in the arms. This is hard. And then he gets like a tattered or like a worn down cloth. This is fire. His hair gets longer. This is hard. This is hard as shit. This is a Kubo level Bleach transformation. That is a Kubo level Bleach transformation. That's hard. If high-end ninjas' durability scale to their chakra, Hidan wouldn't be an SRN criminal. Facts. Come on now, bro. Facts. Like, they would have been dealt with Hidan if that was the case. All right, you said, do I see Chojo cut through the world tree? That's overlooked. All right, okay. So, Karibo, I didn't overlook it. I didn't think it was that impressive, though, for where the series should scale. Is that impressive to you, Karibo? First off, he doesn't cut through the world tree. What he cuts through is a branch of the world tree. Yeah, this is a branch of the world tree. This is not the full. Right? Hold up. He's not cutting through. He's not. No, not that one. He's not cutting through this. He's not cutting through this. He's cutting through branches down here because this is where the fight's taking place. He's not cutting through the entire world tree, though. And if you think that's overlooked, then you must think that it's impressive. I didn't think it was that impressive because this should be a basic thing they can do in the series at this point. This is Boruto we're talking about. And look at this. You see how big that wave is? You see how big that wave is? It's huge. The entire diameter can cover the damn thing it cut. So no, I didn't overlook it. I just assumed this should be very easy if you're using a chakra-based attack. It should be very easy if you're using a chakra-based attack. The glass cannon durability is why I buy the argument that Sukuna beats Madara. Yeah, like if Madara doesn't start off with his Susanoo, it can get dark for him very quickly. Actually, is Fused Momo the best designed Naruto villain? Who else comes close? Yeah, no. Hey, Michael, bro, I wholeheartedly, after seeing that, I haven't seen anyone look more imposing. I haven't seen anyone look more imposing than what I just saw. Didn't base Naruto cut through the world tree with a lava Rasengan? He wasn't in base. I mean, he was kind of in base, but not really. He had the eyes thing going on. So he still had six paths chakra. He just wasn't in this KCM or whatchamacallit form. And that Rasengan was huge as mess. But it did happen. It's one of those things you have to point to when the old Kage stands come out of the woodworks. Alright, so like you can point to it, but Karibo, should this not be something that is already expected to be able to happen? Like, this isn't something that I would calc and say, oh my god, look at Chojuro. This isn't beating feats that happen in OG Naruto. This isn't beating feats that happen in Shippuden. It's good, it's cool, but like, I wouldn't use this to like do anything with. If we want a baseline minimum, sure, but like, no. There's a reason Kinshiki dodged it. Think about it like that. There's a reason Kinshiki dodged this attack. It would have dealt him damage. So no, I'm not overlooking anything, but I think I get what you're saying. And then even more still, Chojuro, he can do that to this tree, but he's not fast enough to actually fight with Kinshiki at all. He would have died here. Right here, he would have died. Look at him. Look at him. Look at his fucking face. Hold up, man. Look at him. He's waiting for death. He's waiting for death. And then he gets saved. So yeah. Let's go back to Momo's transformation. Yeah, because this is the hardest thing I've seen in all of Naruto Boruto as far as transformations. I think maybe whose curse mark came close to this? Who is the best curse mark transformation? Honestly, I think I like Kidomaru's the best. After that, Sasuke's, and then Tayuya's, and then Kimimaru's, and then Jirobo's. Sakon's is actually hard as shit though too. But yeah, alright. Susanoo versus Madara win. Eon did Susanoo versus Madara Shinigami. What's more impressive is getting Kinshiki to evade. Yeah, that's the more impressive thing. But then even when you look at it, it's like, all right, well, so that the attack that cut through the tree would have hurt Kinshiki. But yeah. How about Shigaraki versus Madara, by the way? I don't know My Hero scaling. I don't know how fast is Shigaraki. It depends on how fast Shigaraki is. I don't know how closely the anatomy of the world tree is to a real tree, but the roots of a tree are where the fibers are the most dense. If the roots were as thick as the rest of the tree, it would be crazy. Gotcha. That's fair to say. But I'm saying on a what I'm talking about though, we can talk about density and stuff. That's fine. But what I'm talking about is the size. Right? You see how thick that is? This can be more dense, but the sheer volume of this right here is much, much denser. To contend with this would not be the same as contending with what Chojuro cut through. That's what I'm saying. And he didn't cut through that either. He cut through a small portion of it. So yeah. Alright, next chapter. If Madara has Sage Mode, then he could probably sense the slashes coming. Slashes from who? Tsuchikage atomizes this branch. Tsuchikage's jutsu does what it's supposed to do. It atomizes things that are weaker than it, pretty much. What's better, Chojuro cutting a root? What's better, Chojuro cutting a root about the thickness of a tree, or Tamari's ferret removing a forest from the world's maps? Thank you. Unless the argument is the god tree or the roots of the god tree scale massively above normal trees, which I don't know how you would go about proving, then yeah, he's not like Tamari's feat is 10 times better because she levels an entire forest with wind. Madara ain't ever beating the fraud allegations to me. Kaido would have sat there and ate that unfazed. Exactly, like, bro, come on, Tay. Come on, bro. Can you imagine Kaido having to dodge anything from Chojuro? Can you imagine Kaido running from Darui? No, you can't. That image can't even pop up in your mind. Can you imagine Kinpachi being worried about an attack that cuts a tree? Can you imagine Ichigo worrying about anything like that? No, only in Naruto. This transformation of Lucifero's black clover form. Oh no, absolutely this transformation. Hopefully they have it here. Look at this, bro. This is hard. Born from despair. Return to power. Yeah, no, I'd take this transformation. This is hard. Aote, Triplet is actually studying his CompTIA too, by the way. I told him about you and all your sequel endeavors and stuff and your 6-figure job and stuff now too, so yeah. Good stuff. The God Tree has been shown scaling above mountain ranges. Okay, so Karibo, as far as its durability though, what has the God Tree survived? Or like, what has its branches survived to say, okay, yeah, these are definitively stronger than normal trees? The God Tree has been shown scaling, but yeah. Chojuro from Naruto versus Chojuro. Chojuro from Naruto versus Chojuro from Bleach would be a slaughter. See, Chojuro from Bleach. We know he's as strong as a lieutenant, and the lieutenants scale above the Kage. So yes, it would be a slaughter actually. Chojuro is probably beating Kinpachi and Kaido. Oh my fucking god. How in the fuck is Chojuro beating Kinpachi? Get Chojuro past Ikkaku. Get Chojuro past Chopper in Horn Point. What? How is Chojuro? You do realize that his best feat so far was cutting a tree. That's his best feat. Mind you, I said it's expected, which it is, but you're praising him cutting that God tree as a top tier feat. You said it's slept on. You said it's overlooked. So how is he beating Kaido, who can casually bust mountains? Kaido, who can casually fight Gear 4 Luffy, who can do more than bust mountains? How's he beating Kinpachi, who can casually destroy meteors without his eye patch on, by the way? Like, what do you, like, show me a Chojuro feat that comes anywhere close to anything Kaido or Kinpachi have done. Show me that. Don't just say things. You gotta show me that. Who wins, Cosmic Gaara or Yamato? Yamato from One Piece or Yamamoto? Because it's probably Cosmic Gaara anyway. He was able to permanently scar Prime Yamamoto, and that was after only just attaining Bankai. Chojuro low-key stronger than most Soul Society arc lineup. Kind of, bro. Chojuro's scaling is really weird because Ichigo beat him without his Zanpakuto, and that was when Ichigo wasn't in Bankai, and he beat him without his Zanpakuto. He did scar Yamamoto, granted, but that was 1,000 years ago, and we know Shinigami can get weaker. Right? They might not like lose spirit energy, but they can get weaker. The tree is universal. The tree is universal level durability. It has to be. It has to be. Why not? Chojuro monster Chopper like yeah, get Chojuro past fucking Chopper's Horn Point. His monster. Get Chojuro past Broke. bro. He's not doing nothing to any of these people. Not gonna lie, Choguro swinging that big ass pillow would break his arms just from hitting Virgo. Nah, facts, man. Hey, nah, Karibo, don't go silent, nigga. You gotta explain this. Explain to me how Chojuro's beating any of the two characters you just named, let alone Kenpachi, let alone Chopper Hornpoint, let alone King or Queen. Like, why are we doing this? Why are we doing this? We just saw the man's best feat was cutting a tree. Brook Blitz one shot. Chojuro tried to cut Kenpachi while sleeping, and both Chojuro's sword and arms are breaking. Exactly. Like, I don't know, like, bro. To be fair, when Ichigo beats Chojuro, Kubo probably ain't knew he was going to make Chojuro that strong yet. He just had Ichigo fight the three lieutenants we ain't seen do anything yet. I agree. Busting mountains and meteors is nothing to the God Tree. Even just narratively damaging the God Tree is considered more impressive. What are you talking about? Busting mountains and meteors is nothing to the God Tree? What are you talking about? Even just narratively damaging the God Tree is considered more impressive. Where are you getting that from? First off, who tried to destroy the God Tree and failed at it, and what attack did they use? Right? And then show me Chojuro destroying the God Tree. Not a branch. Show me Chojuro destroying the God Tree itself. What attacks were used to destroy the God Tree that failed, and where do they scale? Answer that first. What attacks did they use or try to use to destroy the God Tree, and the attacks failed? Because we got to get the durability of the God Tree first. That's the first thing we got to get. What attacks were used, and what were the results? Yamato outright stated that Driscoll's use of Chojuro's Bankai was weak. And we know Driscoll body Soul Society arc Ichigo. That's correct. Chojuro from Naruto versus Virgo from One Piece. How long does Chojuro survive? He doesn't survive, bro. He can't hurt Virgo. He can't hurt him. What's he going to do to a full body hockey man? Stop. Chojuro versus Australia. How long does he last? He ain't surviving the conditions of Australia. You know what they got in Australia? Dragons of the Komodo kind. You know what they got in Australia? Tarantulas. What? Come on now. Stop playing. Hey, Karibo, you see what you just did, right? You got the whole chat on your ass because you just said Chojo can beat Kenpachi and fucking Kaido. Don't even mention his name with those people, bro. Don't even mention his name with those people. Like, what? Let's go into Momo. So we see Momo. He just gets in his form, lifts his hands together, watch out. And he sends out a shockwave or an air gust or some type of attack. Momo's attack splits the God Tree. Yes. Momo's attack splits the God Tree in half. Now that's impressive. But this is a jutsu, which he wouldn't scale to, but it's impressive nonetheless. Right? So look at this. The same Darui that he was running from, he's now able to blitz. The same Darui he had to run from, he's now able to blitz. And it looks like, I don't know if he's riding Darui. Okay, yeah, he kind of rode him into the ground and into the tree. He leaves him alive, leaves him. Then he goes for Gaara, the other person he was running from. And we see that his physicals can't break through Gaara's sand. That's some impressive sand. But Gaara's sand has always been impressive. Now I want to make something clear here though. Again, we see Momo was just able to cut the entire God Tree with this shockwave or whatever attack this was. Wind, air pressure, shockwave. He was able to cut the entire God Tree. All right? But we know his physicals can't go past Gaara's sand. Now you can tell me, Karibo, what scales higher, Gaara's sand or the God Tree? Mind you, I'm not saying his physicals are at the level of his ninjutsu. I'm not saying that. But he can't punch through Gaara's sand. Australia already gives Naruto a hard time. Oh, Naruto's dying on Australia because Naruto's not smart. Is Chojuro clearing the Alabasta arc? Fuck no, bro. What? How's Chojuro getting past Mr. 2? He can't beat Mr. 2. He can't beat Alabasta. He can't beat Mr. 2. Mugetsu, of course, you're a fake hater of One Piece. People just don't get because it's too fast for their favorite. Sorry to inform you guys. 8 Gates guy kicked Madara into the god tree, and the god tree was fine. The people who named aren't even touching guy. Okay, kicking someone into the god tree isn't the same as attacking the god tree. I don't know why you would use that as an example. Not gonna lie, some Naruto fans might normalize 5 Kage beating Frieza in the Namek arc. Oh my fucking god, you gotta be kidding me. Gaara's sand scales higher. Gaara's sand scales higher than the amazing god tree you were just hyping up. That's fine. That's fine if you say that. But here's the thing. Momo didn't use the same attack he used on the god tree on Gaara's sand. Oh, this is an actual good feat though too. Momo's hair is faster than Gaara's sand because it was able to grab him before Gaara's sand could actually defend him. If I remember correctly, Gaara's sand was last calced at like Mach 25 or something, like Mach 25 or higher. So his hair is definitely moving that fast. But then again, it's pretty close. But still, Gaara's sand should be able to react to this, but yet it couldn't. So his hair is pretty fast. Which vice captain is Chojuro beating? He's not beating any vice captains. Like, he might be able to fight with Isane, but she's not a combatant type. He's not beating any vice captains, bro. So he kicks the mess out of Gaara and throws him. Damn it, where is he? And this is probably him coming behind him. So he's now perception blitzing people that are watching him fight. So this boost, we can definitely say is at the very minimum more than a 2 times boost. Because I think you have to at least be 2 times, anywhere from 2 to 5 times faster to like completely blitz someone's perception. And mind you, he just beat 2 Kage, Gaara, and Darui. And now they're asking where he is. So they don't know where he is. Right? Yeah. And so this was him moving behind them. So he's at least 2 to 5 times faster than them. We can say that by eating Kinshiki. But he's not so strong where he's one-shotting all of them with a single attack or anything like that. He's definitively stronger than them. But he's not like just one-shotting everyone. With Darui, he had to keep pressure on him. Well, he actually might have one-shot Chojuro here. But Chojuro's like the weakest one. Chojuro's the weakest one. Cool. Now, Kurotsuchi goes to hit him. Hey, Kuribo, lock in for me real quick. Is this a chakra enhanced punch that she's using? Is this what that is? Is this chakra right here? I can't really tell. I think it's chakra, but I can't really tell. Let me be off out of here. I'll catch y'all next time. Have a great whatever time of the day it is for you. Hey, got you, Jax. Appreciate you, bro. Hey, I'm going to be screaming tonight, bro. Take it easy, though. The god tree is only a very big tree. All the chakra in the tree goes to the fruit of the tree itself. It's just a normal wood, just much bigger. Thank you, Mugetsu. That's what I'm saying. By one smart Kuribo's logic, the mountains scale higher than the god trees since characters have been pummeled into them and nothing happened. Thank you, bro. Like, what are we talking about? Thank you. Chojuro might be able to make Omaida put his bag of chips down. Hey, yo, like shit. You know, like, but Omaida's even slept on because Omaida actually dodged Baragon. That's it. Like Omaida dodged Baragon up close. Chojuro couldn't dance with Kinshiki up close. What are we talking about? Isane is a total beauty. Oh, you know, hey, when Isane becomes captain, yeah, she one of them ones. The tree is featless. No matter how much you say the tree is strong, you ain't going to provide any valid evidence because there is none. Ab-Stract. Chojuro versus Amida, who forgot his Zanpakuto at home and hit his head and can't remember how to use Kid or Flash Step. Who wins? See, even with all that, we gotta give it to Amida because how would Chojuro be able to hurt him? And we have to also remember that Omida comes from wealth. And wealth is power in itself. So he would just pay Chojuro. Let me stop. All punches are chakra enhanced. Some are more enhanced than others. All punches are chakra enhanced. Some are more enhanced than others. Okay. I don't necessarily agree with that. I don't necessarily agree with all punches being chakra enhanced, but okay. So he blocks her attack and uppercuts her in the stomach. Okay, he does one shot her. Oh, you know what? To be fair, I'll say this. Let's just give him one shotting all the Kage. Because it's not like he had like full on fights with them. He did. Let's just say he one shot all the Kage. All right. All taijutsu are chakra enhanced, not just punches. All right. So let's do this. Let's do this real quick. Because I've heard this narrative before. Okay. Okay. Where is it at? All right, let's see. First, in Sakura's case, when she needs to, she's able to convert precisely 30% of her stamina into chakra. So stamina becomes chakra. She converts exactly 30%. Mind you, this is for the purpose of jutsu. Chakra already exists in the body as a substance or an energy. Then, because she can expertly control her chakra volume as well when she begins making her hand signs. So, yeah, this actually tells us that taijutsu really doesn't use chakra at all. Because you already have stamina. Stamina can be used for taijutsu, right? But then stamina is also converted into chakra for ninjutsu and genjutsu. Now, you can infuse your taijutsu with chakra, but to say that every punch is enhanced by chakra is a lie. Because not everyone fights like that. So no, that's not correct. That's not true. And we can even go to when Guy breaks down the gentle fist. Unlike the taijutsu that Lee and I specialize in, which is all about beatings, bruises, and broken bones, a style its proponents call Goken or Ferocious Fist, the Hyuga clan employs Junkin or Gentle Fist to inflict damage to the enemy's Kurikju, through which the chakra flows. That leads to the breakdown of the internal organs, destroying the foe from within. Okay, so this one doesn't directly say they're not using chakra. So I don't want to use that one. Where is the actual, what do you say? Sakura and Tsunade. Sakura and Tsunade. Calling the God tree a normal tree ignores the various lore of the series. Okay, so like, what's special about it? Exactly. Sakura and Tsunade have to heal their hands every time they punch, since the force destroys them. So no way everyone is amping their punches. Ooh, red hair. Where do you get that information? Where do you find that at? Alive Madara versus Renji. Who do you have? Renji right now is going through the entire Narutoverse with no issue. Renji right now is beating the entire Narutoverse. See, the issue with Alive Madara is his kit is horrible. The best thing in Alive Madara's kit is Majestic Tire Susanoo. But literally, any lieutenant to captain level personnel would have no problem dealing with that. Right now. One smart, quick question. Does Sasuke's Sharingan eye scale to his Susanoo? Hey, Ronin, what does that even mean, bro? How do you scale an eye to a Susanoo? Renji doesn't even need his Bankai. He's backhanding that. Yeah, exactly, bro. You know, Renji wouldn't need his Bankai. Renji right now, bro, would not need his Bankai. Once more, I don't care about the lore. I care about feats. There are trees in our real world that have lore relating to them religious figures, like the Buddha. Exactly, that's true. Renji is doing Madara like he did Jackie in The Lost Agent. Just taking pity on a human and letting him do all he can until he gives up. Stamina is chakra. No, that's incorrect. Let's do it again. She converts exactly 30%. Stamina is not chakra. Stamina becomes chakra. Because she can expertly control her chakra volume as well when she begins her hand signs, she can clearly produce 3 copies of herself and still have 70% of her, and have 70% of her stamina left. She can have 70% of her stamina left, which, because she used 30 for chakra, but because she's good at chakra control, she has much more left after making 3 clones. So look, he's not as efficient as creating chakra solely. So although he only needs 30%, he produces 40% or 10% that is required. So again, we see the stamina getting converted. And mind you, the stamina is mental and physical energy. That's what stamina is. It gets converted into chakra for the use of jutsu. Yes, it's a 1-to-1 ratio, but the statement of stamina is chakra is incorrect. Stamina is not chakra. Stamina becomes chakra. Just because they're a 1-to-1 doesn't mean they're the same thing. They're not the same thing. And that's important. That is important. So no, we're not just going to say stamina is chakra. No. Stamina becomes chakra. There's a difference. Best summary I can make for the God Tree is that its size might necessitate greater durability to stay upright under its own weight. I think that's fair. This ain't Yu Yu Hakusho. The God Tree ain't special like Demon World trees. Only the fruit the tree produces has any level of chakra. I would agree with that too. I would agree with that as well. All right, let's get back to it. This isn't where I was. What is going on here? Oh, that's right. I'm in the other thing. All right. He knocked out all the Kage instantly. This is real bad. I see. So you're completely different beast than you were a moment ago. Or rather, maybe you're just a monster. Come on, like you're not. Excuse me. Cool. So we see Naruto in base is able to fight with and react to Momo a little bit before getting knocked away. So this would place his combat and reaction speed a little bit higher right now in base than the other Kage. Because they could all react to him, right? But none of them could take more than a couple hits. So Naruto is able to clash with his arm and not be overpowered. He's also able to dodge a single attack before he gets kicked. And then Momo dashes after him while he kicks him. Naruto is still upright. While Naruto is moving, he's able to dodge in midair, but he's not fast enough. But Momo is clearly faster, I'll say that. So Momo is clearly faster than Naruto in combat speed and reaction speed. Right? Okay, cool. So yeah, Naruto, he's aware, he reacts to Momo moving behind him. And he's even reacting and aware of the punch. But it does take him to transform to be able to stop that punch. So, we can say, well, not definitively yet, but Naruto did need this form to contend. And Momo's surprised at this form. Now Naruto is actually able to fight and land hits of his own while in KCM form. And he can knock Momo back. Lands 2 hits and hits him with a kick. Then we have Sasuke coming up with a follow-up. And I think he hits him with a Chidori. But it doesn't say Chidori. It just looks like a chakra fist, but it's probably Chidori. Alright. So then he does a jutsu that's attacking Sasuke. Sasuke cuts up all the wood. See, like, Karibo, look. You see how Sasuke is cutting this wood? I'm not going to stop to be amazed or surprised that Sasuke is cutting wood. He should be able to cut wood. Just like how Chojuro, using a jutsu of all things, should be able to cut wood. Now, Sasuke is able to take down a good majority of them, but he does get hit by one of them. And it looks like Naruto's KCM arm cuts the tree in half. Now Naruto is in his full avatar state. You okay, Sasuke? Yeah, I'm fine. There's the demon fox. So Momo is manipulating the earth and he makes a golem. Makes a huge golem. Punches the Nine Tails. Naruto is reeling over the force. So he was able to kind of block it or divert the force, but the golem overpowered the Nine Tails. It's choking it now. It's choking the Nine Tails, and Naruto is being physically choked. So they're linked right now. Alright. To clarify, I'm asking you this because you claim that the God tree scales through the lore, and the lore is more so focused on the fruit, not the tree. So Susanoo is the fruit. So Susanoo is to the fruit, and Sharingan to the tree. Oh, okay. I see where you're getting at. That's funny. The tree producing a powerful fruit doesn't necessitate that the tree scales to the fruit. Same way in Mangekyo Sharingan, having Susanoo doesn't mean the eye is as durable as Susanoo. That's a fact. The fact that the tree is so big, low-key proof it doesn't scale to the fruit. If it could maintain all the chakra that goes to the fruit, it wouldn't need to be so damn big. Can the Naruto-verse survive the Invincible War? Oh yeah, Michael, that's right. I forgot to tell you, bro. So I've been watching Invincible, and I think you asked me, could Urahime beat Adam Eve? Urahime, I like Adam Eve, first off. She has a dope ability. But Orihime, if she's trying to win, Orihime is wiping the floor with Adam Eve. It's not really close. If I go lie, I mean, just based off feats, of course, right? But no, Orihime is wiping the floor with Adam Eve. Now, can the Narutoverse survive the Invincible War? No. Well, I don't know what happened. Well, what do you mean the Invincible War? I'm not caught up. What is the Invincible War? Who's fighting it? Who's its members? If you're just talking about like a Viltrumite invasion, like could the Naruto verse take 50 Viltrumites? Hell no. They're all losing. They're all dying. The Naruto verse, that is. The Viltrumites are winning. They might lose like 2 people max, but they're winning. The tree is like a conductor that channels chakra from the planet into the fruit. It's just a tree with the ability to funnel chakra through it like veins do. Oh my god, Kurama is a Evangelion. What style exists? I'm not entertaining the disingenuous line of argumentation. There is no evidence that the God tree has the same properties as wood style jutsu. It has never been shown or stated. It's true. Adam Eve comic version soloing Big 3 most likely. Okay. What is her best feat in the comics? Shame. Hopefully Eve gets better speed scaling from Alan / Viltrumites having travel speed between galaxies. See, it's weird. Because, like, the Viltrumites can do that, and Nolan can do that. But, like, Nolan isn't fast enough to catch Cecil. And Cecil's teleportation is either working on someone else or his own mind and reaction speed. Right? So maybe building momentum and force, they can traverse the galaxy, but that's after building momentum and force. In a fight, you don't get to build momentum and force to attack me at galaxy traveling speed, though. Adam Eve fighting those 2 siblings of hers and almost getting wrecked by them. Urahime was like already fighting threats like Ukiyoda and Yami and being able to perceive them and being able to block people like Ginjo and stuff. People that scale to just, captains. So, not yet. Chidori. No, that's a good idea. So, it looks like Sasuke does a Chidori, hits Naruto with it. Naruto thinks it's a good idea. Oh, okay. So, Majestic Attire Susanoo. I don't know. Comics always have the craziest scaling, so I just naturally lean towards comics. You'll always find a unique to multiversal version of them somewhere. Ab-Stract. How long is the Naruto verse surviving if Adam from Records of Ragnarok spawns in the feels like running fades? Oh, if he spawns in and feels like running fades? Doesn't Adam canonically throws light speed punches? Like his punches are light speed. No one is boxing with Adam. And then he has the reflection eyes where he can like see one thing and then be able to replicate it. Adam's a problem in a lot of verses, actually. But no, they're not doing anything against Adam. That Adam. Invincible War is the penultimate episode of season 3. Okay, cool. Because I'm almost done with season 3. I got like 3 more episodes left. So cool. I'll see it soon. It's different versions of Mark. Ooh, it's different versions of Mark from other verses invading the main universe and trashing Earth's heroes. At best, each Mark scales the season 2 mark. Ooh. Oh wait, so how many Invincibles are invading that Earth? Because here's the thing with Mark. And it depends on the Invincibles, because if they're different versions of Mark, they might be more brutal, right? Our Mark Grayson in our universe is like, he's still like a sissy almost. He's still like a punk. Like he's gotten over it, kind of, but he's still like, oh my gosh, I don't want to hurt people. I don't want to kill anybody. I want to hold back. I mean, he's not fighting at full force. So that mark could get captured. He could probably be stopped by ninja. Some ninja, that is. Not all ninja. But I see how, like, he struggles against people in his own verse on Earth to a point where, like, they could kill him if Oliver doesn't come or if help doesn't come. So ninja could definitely beat a Mark Grayson. But it depends on how many Mark Graysons in their personalities. RRR is a bum-ass verse. They're not strong, really. RRR. I don't know that. Oh, Records of Ragnarok. Okay. Nah, Records of Ragnarok is kind of fire. Adam's crazy, bro. Anime only filler scene don't count. Technically, Adam's punches transcend. Oh, yeah. He did throw a punch that transcended time. I forgot about that. Adam getting stomped by Damon. No. Not with the punch that transcends time. Because like I said in Damon's video, Damon hasn't shown he can do retroactive. He hasn't shown he can do retroactive. Or, I'm sorry. His power hasn't shown it can work retroactively as far as in the past. Nor can it work in the future. It's at least 18 versions of Mark, but only 8 live to the end. They're more brutal than main Mark, but weaker ones get killed. Weaker ones get killed by the reanimates and Cecil. Are you talking about those metal humanoid monster things? They kill some of the Marks? You gotta be kidding me. They gotta be like season 1 Marks. But if it's 18 Marks, 8 survive, and I'm guessing the most strongest one survives. Probably those 8 Marks survive. Will take over. They'll definitely win. An average Viltrumite is around country level NAP and massively hypersonic in speed when under Earth's gravity by average. I mean, season 1 Mark, since he's the weakest Viltrumite at that point. Strongest Mark is multi-continental. Yeah, and the thing is, like, if Mark is like hitting with full force, a ninja's physical body isn't withstanding that at all. They're gonna shatter. They're gonna, like, when he be fighting those Death Seekers or whatever, and they just shatter. He's like, and like punching holes through them. They're all dying. Like, every ninja is dying. Every ninja is dying. None of them have the durability to survive an attack like that. In the manga, there's a panel where Zeus in his final form is spamming time transcendent punches, and Adam is keeping up. That's right. I forgot about that. Yeah, because I actually only watched the I haven't watched their fight in so long. But you know, Zeus and Adam is crazy. All right. So Majestic. Okay, cool. So here we go. They're in their final form. Majestic Katai Susanoo. Naruto's base Kurama is weaker than the Golem. Sasuke gives him some chakra. Now we get Majestic Katai Susanoo. And the Majestic Katai Susanoo can destroy the arm of the Golem now. Cuts it off with a sword, actually. Majestic Katai Susanoo can cut the entire Golem. Nice. Cool. So Naruto and Sasuke's combined power is more powerful than what Momoshiki can offer right now, at least. Or what it seems. But they don't stay in that form. Probably to conserve chakra. They think he's defeated. And look, the 4 fodders are already up. Good for them. Okay, cool. So this clown comes in and tries to finish him off with the scientific ninja tool. Like, here's the thing. As the Hokage, here's the thing, right? As the Hokage, I would have killed him. I would have speed blitzed over there and punched him dead in his chest and put my arm through his body. So this clown fires off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. He fires, from what I can count, a minimum of 13 attacks. Momo gets up and absorbs them all. So here's the thing. Where did Naruto and Sasuke land? Okay, so Naruto and Sasuke are they're less than 100 meters away from Momo. If you ran track, you know this is way less than 100 meters. And just off of visuals, this is less than 100 meters. Take my word for it. This is less than 100 meters. So they're less than 100 meters away from him. Look how far away this bum is. He's behind them. He's behind them. And he starts firing. So he absorbs all this. Gets some energy back. And now he launches Shikamaru Shadow Possession. Now look, no one can move now that he's used the shadow paralysis jutsu. And this is funny because this is the same one that Shikadai used on Boruto until he narrowed it down to shadow possession jutsu. This is Shikamaru shadow paralysis. This is literally the same one he used. This is literally the same one Shikadai used on Boruto. No one can move. He literally puts rods in them. Okay. I'll finish you all off together in a flash. I can't wimp out now. I gotta trust my teacher who believed in me. So he makes a Rasengan. He's making a Rasengan. And look, he's less than 100 meters away from all of them too. Good. Says die. He throws his Rasengan. A Rasengan? When the heck did he master? You should have stayed out of sight. Don't you understand that it's useless? So he throws it. It vanishes. It fizzled out well beforehand. It didn't reach. What a joke. It didn't even get close to me. Well, don't worry. You're all going to the same place. Now, here's the thing. Here's the thing about that. How did Boruto know that Rasengan was going to do that? Because the last time he used that technique, he threw it at a tree and then ran away. He didn't even see it could do that. So how did he know he had a vanishing Rasengan? Anyways, it hits Momo. It hits him on the arm. His jutsu's undone. No more shadow paralysis. Yeah, no. We can't say it hurts him. There's not really any visible damage. He's more so saying no at the fact that they're not trapped anymore. Boruto, what was that just now? See, but here's the thing too. The fact that Momoshiki couldn't see it, he couldn't see that attack. Right? Momoshiki couldn't see that attack with the Rinnegan. So Momo dashes away while everyone's celebrating from being free. This is the stupidest thing they've ever done. Why not just kill him? Don't celebrate yet, you garbage. You've only delayed your deaths. So this man pops some more pills and becomes super stronger. He's preparing his final strike. Make another Rasengan. Just do it. Oh my gosh. I'm hungry. Up, here we go. Look at this. It's bigger than both of them already. Unironically, a Rasengan this size actually does more damage than a Rasengan this size. Oh my god. Look at this. How many Naruto and Borutos can fit inside this attack? And this is why this is why a lot of us say, especially in our community, that Naruto can't achieve high AP unless he's using extremely large AoE. Look at this shit. This shit is massive. And here's the thing. Any villain that gets hit with something like this is retarded. You gotta be it has to be plot induced to get hit by something this goddamn big. All right. And here in Momo's being dumb too. Why wouldn't Momo be like, all right, bring that motherfucker over here so I can absorb it? He goes ahead and makes his own stupid big ball. So Sasuke goes at Momo. So Momo throws something first, probably a rod or something. Sasuke dodges it. Sasuke throws his sword. Momo dodges that. Sasuke's probably going to replace with a sword. Yep, thought so. Momo sees. Sasuke tries to stab him. Can't really tell what happened. Quack. So Momo either dodged, jumped, or like got away. Okay, he kicked Sasuke away. Okay, yeah, he kicked Sasuke away. Your moves are transparent, fool. So he blocks Naruto. He blocks Boruto. But what he blocked was a stab. His hand gets stabbed. He chokes him. So the black cape was a decoy. Well, too bad. Like, this is goofy. I promise you, the Shadow Clone Jutsu is only working in the Naruto series. No one is this stupid. This man has 3 eyes in his head. And he couldn't... Never mind. This one's a decoy too. Do it, Boruto. Look how huge this thing is. So they're clashing. Boruto rips off his clothes and injures his arm. And he busts through Momo's attack. Momo gets hit with it. Okay. And the attack busts through the entire God Tree. But then again, this attack is enormous. But it does do a fair amount of damage. It completely shatters it and destroys it and goes through it. That's a good amount of damage. Okay, you remind me of Naruto, Boruto, yada yada. So, yeah, Kuribo. This is a good feat. Kind of. It's kind of a good feat. Like when you factor in the volume of it, it becomes like less impressive. A lot less impressive actually. Like look at this shit, bro. How many Borutos can fit inside of this? How many Borutos can fit inside of this Rasengan? Actually, I take it back. When you consider the size of this, the least amount of damage it could have done is what we see here. Like, no. Now, we have to see if Momo was obliterated, disintegrated. If there's a body, did he die? What happens to Momo? I'm hungry. All right. Okay, cool. So there is no there is no body of Momoshiki. So he was kind of obliterated, unless his body was like just moved with the attack and no one went to go find it. Okay, here we go. In the famous, it looks like time has stopped. So yeah, Momoshiki, shoot that. He's still. I see you carry some. I see you carry some Byakugan blood. Dad, what the? Something's weird going on. It's like time has stopped. I wasn't able to see my own fate, even with all my powers. I wasn't able to see my own fate, even with all my powers and the Byakugan. I can't move. However, I can see yours quite well. Beware. Those blue eyes shall eventually take everything from you. And know this, those who defeat gods cannot remain ordinary individuals. Reflect well upon this fate as you walk it. So that's not really clear to me that Sasuke knew what was going on. People say Sasuke perceived stop time. Well, time wasn't stopped, number one. That was just a perception thing. Number two, nothing definitively tells us that he saw anything that's going on. He's not saying anything. He's looking, sure, but so is Naruto. Like, nothing definitively tells us that Sasuke saw anything that happened. You can infer it, sure, but like nothing definitively proves it. All right. Damn, Shiki called Boruto a reckless, trivial, low-level ninja. All right, I'm hungry. I gotta get some fucking food. Yada yada yada. Yada yada yada. All right, let's see. Got my own way. Stupid Boruto. When did he get so? What stupid Boruto? When did he get so cool? Ooh, I'm sorry, I like Boruto. Ooh. What? Your eyes. They're even bluer than Lord Seven's. Beware. Who's saying that though? Is that Boruto talking or is that Sarada? Oh, okay. Wait, Sarada doesn't have blue eyes. Oh, okay, so future Boruto is going to be the one to take away from past Boruto, basically. Okay. All right. Yada yada yada. Yeah, if it's Sarada saying that to Boruto, then it's future Boruto that's going to be taking everything away from him. Let's see what y'all talking about. Loki, I think Adam's hockey would be top three. Wouldn't be hockey users aren't gods, so he can't copy hockey. Momoshiki's durability versus Django's chakrams, which is more impressive. He can copy more than just divine techniques. Where was this data shown? What sense would it be for him to make it? Is the state of verbatim that things? Also, he directly copied the serpent's physical hands-on technique. That's whataboutism. You were lecturing one smart earlier about being no evidence, God tree. Now you're doing the same. Like I said, he was made in the image of gods, therefore he can mimic them. In the lore of Rasengan, it stated that all things in the verse were created by the gods. This means Adam would be able to replicate anything the other characters in Rasengan would do. I like that. No, that'd be your headcanon. I don't know. I think that he was made in the image of the god. Let me read it. I don't know. I think there's some validity to what Mugetsu's saying as far as that. Also, what does that mean for Narutoverse? That those gods didn't create. That's good. That's a good point. Shadow Clone Jutsu is fantastic, bro. It's a basic jutsu, only overhyped in Naruto. Creating clones is a basic technique. Let's not fucking romanticize creating clones. It's a basic technique. It's not crazy. Like the only reason the only reason the shadow clone technique is crazy is because of its use applications. Kind of. Right? It's not a crazy technique though. Unless you grant him, where's the proof that temporary lends them? Adam does indeed retain the copy abilities. He retained the snake claws, at least, and a few others. Okay, it's Sarah saying that the Boruto. Yep. All right. Cool. Cool. All right. Okay. So let's keep going. We're on chapter 11. So, what I gathered from the Momo fight, what I gathered from that Momo fight just now, the verse still needs large AoE to get things done. Number one. Number two, Kinshiki and Sasuke are extremely relative as far as taijutsu is concerned. The five Kage should be weaker than Kinshiki. Momoshiki is not stronger than Kinshiki. Momoshiki is not stronger than Kinshiki. Because he couldn't beat Darui, and he was running from Gaara and Darui. Whereas Kinshiki was taking a 2v3, or a 1v3. And doing okay, actually. Fused Momoshiki is anywhere from 2 to 5 times stronger than the Kage. And base Naruto. Anywhere from 2 to 5 times stronger. Probably, let's lowball it. I think we can safely say he's 2 times stronger than everyone's base. Naruto is able to bridge the gap with KCM. Naruto is able to bridge the gap with KCM, and Naruto and Sasuke using majestic attire Susanoo can overpower his avatar techniques. I don't know about physicals though. They're still weaker than him on the physical aspect. But as far as their avatars and their larger scale jutsus goes, Naruto and Sasuke together can overpower him. And that was chapter 10, all that happened. We're going to need to go back and reference chapter 10 later, probably when I do Jigen versus Naruto and Sasuke. But for now, yeah, guys, I have Kinshiki above Momoshiki. And that's based off of everything that I just saw and read. Kuribo, tell me if I'm wrong and how you have Momoshiki over Kinshiki if you do. But based on everything I just saw, Kinshiki's over Momoshiki. Boruto chapter 10. Momo versus Kage. Okay. Need nap. Going to bounce. All right, Michael, take it easy, bro. I'm actually about to get off now too. I'll read one more chat. Well, I want to get to at least. I want to get at least to Delta. Okay, cool. So we do get confirmation. We do get confirmation that Sasuke did see what was happening with Momoshiki. So that wasn't anything simple like paralysis. It felt like he stopped time itself. Cool. No one other than you and I with my Rasengan even seemed to have noticed that took place. Cool. So Sasuke did, in fact, notice. We can definitively say that. Look, I'm not trying to scare you, but what happened to you wasn't normal. Be on your guard, especially. Regarding that mark on your palm, I'll look into it too. But if you sense anything unusual, tell me right away. Understood. No use thinking about it right now, because I gotta focus on the mission. Okay. Don't care. I do not care. Well, actually, this might be important later, but because Sarada is able to blitz Boro. Ugh, that's gonna be an issue. So she kicks his ass. Mitsuki kicks his ass. Boruto comes in and saves her. You ain't getting away. Naruto jumps up and hits the boy with a Rasengan. It appears Scientific Nature Tools Division Special Jonin Toha Karatsuki was under some sort of psychological manipulation from the outside. What? He was being controlled? You know he did. He did seem a bit off during the exam. The hex was worn off and he's back to himself. But he's been in shock since learning the truth. Ooh, someone put a hex on him. Interesting. Alright. It looks like he was made to act in there's evidence he leaked intel on science. What about the Boruto's misconduct? No. Hmm. Naruto telling Ibiki what to do. Like, I didn't even raise you in the tuning exams, boy. Stop playing with me. Reporting in, Team Konohamaru has successfully captured the Mujina robbery. Mira. Alright. Come on. Let's get to the good stuff. Let's get to the good stuff. Yeah. Let's get to the good stuff. Let's get to the good stuff. Yeah. Literally do not care about these people. Alright, I'm going to be skimming through this until we get to Kata or Kawaki. Because I really could care less about anything going on here. He's making clones. Yeah, this is all filler. When does Kawaki come to the village? When does Kawaki come to the village? When does Shinuchiya happen? Yeah, when does that fodder ass Shin come to the village? Oh my god. Alright. They wasting my time. Hey, take it easy, twin. Have a good day at work. Don't let those fuckers stress you out. Don't let them throw off your energy. All that shit, bro. Take it easy. Uh-oh, we got Splash Malone in the chat. Shout out to Nelly. He says you better put some respect on the goat. Who? Which goat? I don't know which goat you talking about. So far, the only goat I've seen is Momoshiki. What is the author's obsession with speed lines about every damn action panel has them? Yeah, he does use this a lot. The fact that Ibiki is here implies that Naruto had the shopkeep tortured. Like shit. What's good, Nelly? I'm alright, man. I'm actually about to go. I gotta eat some breakfast and I have to head to the gym. But we'll be back on later tonight. I just want to get to like where what's his name is Shinuchiya or Kawaki. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Okay. Come on. I don't even know, bro. I stopped watching Boruto a while back. Yeah, no, same here, bro. Honestly, actually, no, I'm not gonna lie to you. I didn't really start Boruto. I think I watched clips and stuff, but I never actually started Boruto. Like a lot of my Boruto information and knowledge came secondhand from debates and stuff like that. But then a couple months ago, I did go back and read, starting at like chapter 56 onward. But 1 through 56, I have a vague idea of what's going on. Wait, your name is Nelly? That name makes me remember. Ooh, Nelly. If you want to go and take a ride with me, we three willing in the foe with the gold D's. Oh, that's fire. If you want to go and take a ride with me, the boom boom. Hey, that's fire. I fuck with it. I fuck with it. All right, let's get the Shinichi's bum ass. Chapter 14. Chapter 14. Chapter 14. Chapter 14. Chapter 14. Don't need to see any of this crap. Not watching this crap. Yeah, I don't know who that. I'm not sure who that scarf guy was that looked like Konohamaru, but we skipping all that bullshit. I'm not sure what the fuck was going on. Oh, okay, hold up. I mean, it's just his karma. I don't know if I need to see or talk about that too much. Come on. I'm so hungry. Oh my gosh. Okay, cool. Kara, here we go. Finally. All right. I'm about to get out of here then. Okay, cool. We're gonna stop right here. This is perfect. We'll stop right here. I'm gonna eat something, go to the gym, and come back, and then we can watch some videos. Oh, while also reading. All right, silly humans. I hope you guys enjoyed this live. We're gonna get out of here. We gotta go eat. We gotta go recharge and hit the gym. So yeah, we out. If you wanna go and take a ride with me on a bumping DOA, I wouldn't mind. Hey, must be the money. I wouldn't